All right, let's go ahead and begin. Ah. Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, I forgot to put on my glove. I'll put on my fancy painting glove. Hello, everyone. How are all of you doing? And a Merry Christmas Eve, one and all. Wow, it's. I'm still honestly kind of reeling that Christmas Eve, whatever, has come so fast. It's been. I don't know why it snuck up on me this year. I don't know. It's my dirty paint water. Fine. Let me say hello to everyone, though, real quick. Let me go ahead and do that. Hello, Sapphire Rats. Congratulations on your first. Hello, Amy. Hello, Nobody. Hello, Laughing Fox. Enjoy your lurk. Hello, Roy Dye. You'll get your funny number someday. I believe in you. Hello, Rowdy. Hello, Togessa. And hello, Beef Monster. And a Merry Christmas to you too, Beef Monster. I like to imagine that's the vendor that Tiny Tim gets the Christmas turkey from. Chris, you got some sort of fowl, if I believe right. What's up, Matthew? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, hopefully everyone's having good respective Scrooging holidays and whatnot. Yeah, the Christmas mystery meat. Oh, I hate that. That's fine though. So yeah, today what I'm working on is I've had these guys for a while. These are Blightlord Terminators. I have gotten them at my local shop. They were sitting in the used bin, painted up, all not good. So I stripped all the paint from them. I primed them black, and I did like a little, not really a zenithal highlight. I used a, where's that? I used a game color dark flesh tone, and I saw a technique that was about sponging to kind of like help make something kind of look gritty and quick. And I was like, oh, that might be fun. They might be fun models to test like a spongelicious go through. So we're gonna test that out. But yeah, I will say whenever I do these kind of like borderline zenithals, these looks pretty nice. I might have to do this in a different again, because that dark flesh tone turned out pretty good. But yeah, see what I'm going to be doing is I got my little sponge, I got my little tweezers. I think other times when I've tried to sponge, I think the issue is that I've never like dabbled the sponge before, where I was like, I'm just gonna put it directly on. I think I gotta go like kind of work some of it out. And Beef Monster, thank you for the follow. For the workshop. Welcome, welcome. You like weird internet elves painting minis. I do that all the time. Let's see if we get the right consistency. The idea is it's going to be kind of rough. Also, I do all my Plague Marines and Death Guard stuff purple. So if you're coming in, you're like, that's a very weird Emperor's Chosen model, Emperor's Children model you have out. I'm like, it is very weird because it's not. I understand though. I understand Death Guard are the green faction. But yeah, I've been having myself a heckin' chill today, especially because I don't know, it's been a while since I've had a night where I just cannot sleep very well. Like I didn't even have the have trouble falling asleep. It's more like waking up repeatedly in the middle of the night. That was fun. But otherwise stuff has been good. I got to kind of contact my adopted sister and exchange holiday greetings. Hello, Bort. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? I found out that apparently my niece is into Roblox, which is kind of fun because I'm used to Roblox in the context of memes these days, where just like weird shit comes out of Roblox and then it just kind of permeates the rest of the internet. So it's like, oh yes, I guess Roblox is just like a thing that children can do to play online Legos. So it's fun seeing it used in that way. And I don't need extra sleep. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. I'm gonna get like. I think it's better if I fuck up the consistency and like I accidentally over dab stuff with this instead of dab too much on. Also, hello, Dragon King. I'm doing good. I'm testing out some sponging, which I've never really done before. Yeah, I'm hoping my adopted sister is like, keeping track of what the youngin is up to on the interwebs. I can hope so anyway. But also, let you know, welcome, welcome, welcome. It's a merry good knock to you too. The merry, I assume that's kind of what that translates to be. Also, yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, when I do like imperfect, well, technically, what this is supposed to do is, God, why is Barrock still coming in black? I'll have to figure out what's up with that. It was green when I set that up. Also, Vicky, how you doing? Welcome, 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 and Merry Christmas next time as well. Merry Christmas. This supposedly doing it this way with like the brown overlay means that if there's like little bits kind of sticking out, it's like, ooh, they're supposed to look kind of like rusty and crusty, which is like that's kind of my shit with this. Some of this, they originally the example I saw was done on a regular Space Marine Terminator and not a Blightlord. When the Blightlord is just filled with goddamn motherfucking just like crevices and whatnot. So we'll see how far this little bit gets us. Like I said, these guys are like technically very like reasonably good as far as Death Guard goes, but like if they look a little fucked up compared to some of my other boys, I'll just be glad to get them done. I'll just be glad to get them done. But yeah, yeah. It's apparently niece is doing good. I did not go home this holiday season, so I be chilling. I be chilling at Casa de la Hell, and that's been going pretty good. Honestly, just having some time to rest has been like amazingly nice. It's been incredibly nice. Also, Steve, how you doing? Welcome. It do be Crombie. It do be Christmas soon. I've been also a Dragon King. Thank you for the follow and welcome to the workshop. My model about like this one, I don't know. I kind of always like the way they do like this one doesn't got a good example. Some of these Blightlords have some like really nice meat growing out the back. Unless you mean like me as a VTuber anime boy. In that case, it's this. Oh no, the Christmas hat goes in my eye. That's okay. I'm just gonna enjoy a little snack of my potato and then there we go. Let's return. I thought it'd be fun to give Pedro the hat, and clearly that was a mistake. Maybe I just gotta like really saturate this sponge, just like absolute. Let me show you. Let me move this over here. I'm like getting all into the many folds of this sponge, so that way it's just kind of completely there. Procrastinating. I've been having a comfy evening. I've been doing my continuously comfy run of Baki. And let's see, where am I at in Baki right now? I have just seen Biscuit Olivia's girlfriend, who is a thing. Yeah, it's my boy Pino. He's my little pocket familiar rat. Corbin. There we go. We're getting a little bit more. Getting a little bit more now. Excellent. Excellent. This is like a very early coating too, so I'm definitely gonna go back and like touch up things that should not be purple. But that's fine. Glory to the Great Horned Rat indeed. I want to do I did like a Great Horned Rat Day recreation of that initial thing in 2021, which I want to dredge that up. But also I want to do a follow-up this year, so I'll also get it on the proper day as well. But I mean, boy, you could wrap up the presents now. I got the cozy Christmas music on, and that do be going good. So you can chill, wrap some presents. I have to say personally, I suck ass at wrapping presents. I don't remember why. I think Slaneshmas is on Christmas Day, and I think Great Horned Rat Day is specifically the 26th. So how you doing, Tom Popo? Welcome. How you doing? I'm attempting to sponge. I'm attempting a sponge, and it's going. I can't tell if legitimately this is like quicker or really that much easier than what I was wanting to do, which would just be stippling with a brush. But every now and then I think it's probably good as a mini do just to test some shit out. Woo, fuck yeah, let's go. I also got the funky ghoul box on the way. The winter holiday one from Squids. Which you do not know, I got a wonderful sponsor named Collectible Squids, and they got good Warhammer minis. So I need to do that. Let's blah, 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 blah. Those are coming later because I think there was like a delay because Games Workshop. I also have received my models for they will be the painting project come January, so that's gonna be fun. The group paint along has been locked under the fact that Games Workshop cannot keep stock of like very common things, and it's very aggravating. Oh, thank you for the hydrated stretch. Let me. There we go. Wrapping gifts with Tom Bubble tonight. Hell yeah, let's go. At church half the day, but that's a good thing. Well, I mean that sounds pretty cozy. It's been a while since I've done a church activity. I haven't. When was the last time I went? Ironically, it's been a hot minute. It's been a hot minute. I legitimately cannot remember. Hello, Nitrous. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How you doing? I'm sponging. I'm sponging the lad all up in there. I feel like probably honestly a lot of this might just get like regular sponge, and then I probably will have to go in with the brush and staple some stuff. The Iron Church count. I don't know. I don't. I feel like that's an answer that like you know in your heart whether it counts or not. Like I cannot give you the proper amount of counting on that. I cannot give you the proper amount. All right, so first test with the sponge, it has created something. I don't know if that was necessarily quick or not. We'll do. I'll give all the lads a sponge layer, and we'll see how it goes. And a very slutty Slaneshmas to you too, Nitrous. Yeah, I think that I'm being a little bit more like, yeah, just get it on there. It's going a little bit quicker. It's doing that. Oh, Coven, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. And a merry Yule. There's a lot of holidays. A lot, and like it's not even like it's like oh, and a happy holidays. I mean, I'm having to keep track of like goofy, fake, made up holidays. Like there's a lot of them at this point now. There's so fucking many, especially goofy Warhammer made up holidays. They just like resaturate that fucking sponge again. I'm currently using. I don't use the sponge. Nope. Sapphire Rats, shut the fuck up. Cease your on your heathen nonsense on this most holy of eves. How dare you? I'm kidding. Do what you want, nerd. Giving a shit. There are boundaries. Hello, Crichton. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How you? Merry Ifness to you too, Crichton. How you doing? How you doing? I'm just having fun. Yeah. And a Tim Murray? No, that's not right. I'm trying to do like an action, well, not action. I'm trying to do what Tim Murray, the fucking Ghostbusters dude. God damn it, I'm bad at names of people. What's all on there? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am sponging the fuck out of my Terminator, Blightlord Terminators, and it be going. We currently be going, and that's been good. Also, hello, Kawhi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello there, friendo. I'm vigorously applying sponge. I don't sponge my minis very often, so this is interesting and new. It's now that I'm kind of getting a feel for it, the coverage is definitely a lot quicker. We'll be doing a lot of touch-up bullshit and whatnot, but and turbo napping for. I mean, this is the season for turbo napping. And hello, slimy alien. How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Let's call me sir. I am not a knight. That last time I checked, you do not have to be so formal. I'm just a goofy dude on the internet. Productivity is 0. That's I feel actually no. I've been trying to follow this like weird like YouTube grind set method of like. Hi, my name is John Business Coach, and together I'm going to show you a very specific method of organizing all the shit you got to do. I mean, it's been working so far, so I can't even complain too much. It's this like para method or whatever. It's gotten me to do a bunch of other stuff. What? Hi, my name is what? My name is what? Also, LMA. You're yes. Continue to ritual, Tom Popo. Continue to ritual. They show you as my 2 cars and book collection video. But no, actually not. He does definitely do a thing, which I don't know if this is flexing or not. He's like, all right, so this is how I organize my day. On this day, I'm writing down that I need to write my book, and then I also have to go to Portugal for a thing. And like, it's one of those things that, like, considering the kind of person this guy is, those could be flexes, but that could also be like, yeah, no, I'm a business professional. I go to places and I write books. It's like, yeah, that sounds like a thing someone like him would do. I feel like I would reasonably trust a guy who writes books to do a productivity schedule thingy, but also by the same token, I would also believe that shit's kind of goofy and flexing at the same time. The knights who say me. But no, he hasn't done that yet. He hasn't done that yet. Like emotes. Oh, thank you. I got a good spread. I do not have consistent emotes. Yeah, I mean, he seems so far so good. I'm a little iffy about his method, but the end of the day, the thing is, I have not had to buy anything, which at the very, he's definitely been like, you should definitely check out my book, but it hasn't been like to get more and actually figure out what the fuck I'm doing right now, consult my book. It's more like if you would like more info. So I'm like, you know what? Okay. Okay, okay, funny businessman. I'll try your method. And it did get me to do some shit, so at the very least, I can't entirely fault his goofy little book about that. Yeah, there's a and yeah, definitely the Terminator model, the I think it was like Travian Minis or something like that, was the guy who was like grim dark sponge method. And I'm like, you know what? I'll do a grim dark sponge method at least once. And the end model, he did it on like a Terminator that he made into a Space Wolf Terminator. I don't. Those are definitely way simpler than the Blightlords because they're just filled with fucking details. But yeah, we'll give it a go. I get King Chuck of Ringo to do some knighting. I don't know. I do think it would be cool to be knighted. I think it kind of like doesn't mean shit anymore. But I think that is one of those things that's like, oh, that'd be cool just to be like, yeah, I'm a knight. Yeah, what do I do? I don't know, stuff. Like you can be a knight if you're not from the UK, right? You just have to do something that like really benefits the UK, something like that. Oh yeah, no, I that is actually something to wonder because it's like I mean I'm not human, but I was raised like one, so I have a lot of that same kind of baggage. Um Basically, I have like really self-destructive brain loops I got to get through. And I say self-destructive not in like a self-harm kind of like concept. But like here's an idea. On the weekends sometimes like I'll be like I'll wake up, I'll check Discord, I'll check Twitter, I'll check the internet. Then you're like, "Well, I can't get out of bed until I watch a YouTube video." And then I watch a YouTube video. And then I'm like, "You know what? It's been a while since I checked Twitter, since I've checked the internet, since I checked Discord." And I'm like, well, I'm a little eepy. Maybe I'll do one more video, and that is the kind of brain poison loop I get myself caught in, and I recognize it's bad, but at the moment, it feels good. If it feels good to kind of lie in bed and watch videos, so like it's easy to get caught into every morning. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. It's fine. Like when I say it's self-destructive, it's not bad. My life will never be ruined for doing that cycle, but that also means like on weekends, if I was like say I wanted to wake up early and like upload VODs or some shit, um that usually will just eat up like an hour or two, or maybe more, depending on how bleh I'm feeling that day. Where I could be doing the shit I want to do, but I'm not. So at the end, it just means I'm not getting the stuff that I would like to happen. So I'm trying to fight that. I'm trying to fight that. Well, it's not even doom scrolling because I'm never like, oh, everything sucks, I should do this. But it is definitely a form of brain rot. So it's once again not ideal, not ideal. So I'm looking into doing that and just kind of breaking out of bad habits. That's the kind of like YouTube grind set I'm currently like looking into. Not so much like I'm gonna own 8 Lamborghinis and I'm gonna be like super duper rich. And I'm gonna tell all those whores that my dick is made of platinum, like that kind of thing, like those kind of like influencer people. Hey, are you a sad boy? It's me, Andrew Tate. Like that kind of not that nonsense. Not that fucking bullshit. How you doing, Fox? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How you doing? Appeasing the machine spirit for meat bags. It do be like that, yeah. Up to the minis. Yeah, that's also true. And it's like the minis as well. It's like even like it's not like a lot of these things I need to do are like necessary. I mean, as a VTuber, a lot of the fun things I like to do are still productive for being a creature of the internet that creates things for people to read in their bed. But you know what I mean. No, don't call me Halbert Tate. No, that is bad. I don't like that. That's mean. Too late. Fuck. Oh no. Tragic. Yeah, that's fucked up. That's fucked up, Oomfies. Are sufficiently slappy purpled. You're purple. You're purpled up. Purpled up on a. Oh god, I actually. This little spike was like just getting knocked out anyway. I think I'm just gonna pull the trigger and just yank that. Up. Oh, so thank you, Fox. nice to me. No, usually it's fine. It's just this. It's just he's just kind of a genuinely like shit being, and I do not want to be associated with that shit. I don't know. The thing is about being plugged into the matrix, it's like a lot of what I do is very physical. I know a lot of VTubers would be like, yes, rip the flesh from my body, make me a digital spirit. Also, to be fair, a lot of VTubers are suffering crippling illness. Crippling? Oh, Fox is going hardcore. Hell yeah. Appreciate it. Like, and luckily, I don't have any debilitating illnesses, or at least not any ones that are like causing me to like be bedridden or some shit. And like those, I get it, but like the idea of being transferred to an entirely physical person, a la like Eclipse Phase, I'm not super stoked for that shit. Oh, Miyoshi's super incognito mode. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun to do things. Fun to do things. I don't know. I know there's like probably will eventually be some way to recreate this experience digitally. Yeah, I don't know. I also don't feel like that kind of stuff is going to hit during our time frame anyway. Maybe not. I don't know. I don't know where technology will go. The first contact of courts. Hell yeah. Yeah, I feel like the world is filled with whimsy and wonder. The thing is, I do appreciate the internet. I actually am like I said, I am an internet person, but I like the internet as a fun little playground that I can go and hang and like maybe like do the I am the shadow of the true self kind of dealio. But by the same token, I'm not forced to live there in a box, and I can kind of do shit. Also, I feel like once you get to like uploading, you get to weird shit. It's like there's no anonymity ever whatsoever, so you're just kind of like this is you. Everybody knows it's you. You have no privacy anymore. Oh, how you doing? Welcome. Also, yeah, the whole like corporate nonsense too. I'm not even like a big like anti-corpo guy, but there is like kind of that shit where it's not great. Oh, thank you, Fox. Thank you. You realize they are. Oh no, it's unfortunately I didn't think I would ever hit that point, and I don't want to go like too sad. On the eve of Christmas, but I am aware of a VTuber that was in circles that I follow. I never directly really interacted with her, but she seemed like a new lady, like a nice lady. Sorry. Um, and when she passed, it's like, oh goddamn, yeah, wow. It do be like that. It is that kind of thing is fucking wild. And there are unfortunately for being a VTuber, it is the hobby for people who are sick. Like, here's the thing: if people are like, "Why are there so many sick people? Why are so many VTubers sick?" It's more like if you're frail and you have a weak constitution and like you're bedridden most of the time, VTubing is the shit. Like it is everything that the future of yesterday promised. It is fantastic for that, but that doesn't mean that the original cause behind that fascination hasn't totally left. All right, got the purple looking on you, buddy. All right, so the initial purple layers are like I can see little bits of the other, like the little kind of brown kind of leaking through in the back. So I'm gonna say that the sponge layer was successful. At this point, the guy was like, choose a different sponge and go a little bit more highlighty, but hmm. Also, do cool. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. Welcome. Let me get some probably do some metals. Yeah, let's get some metals. Also, this guy's if you're wondering why it's like this guy's bare as fuck, it's because this little a little bit slipped up and broke. Like I said, I got these used. But yeah, no, it's yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of fun pros and cons to being funky internet people at the end of the day. Oh yeah, and I did not mean to get so like this on the day of my daughter's wedding. No, but where am I going with this? Where am I going with this? I was thinking about becoming a PN so it can be silly little lad. The thing is, Matthew, and I really want to emphasize that. You VTubing does it's a lot to it, and I'm not saying you shouldn't be a VTuber. I am recommending that, like, that is more of a side thing that comes with being a VTuber and not something you should strive for. Because it is a lot of time and energy to put into things. There's a lot to do with it. It's fun. It's an absolutely fun hobby. It is incredibly, incredibly fun, personally. But it does take a lot to do, or at least if you want to do it in like any super duper serious capacity. If you want to like stream every now and then, just be like a funky online person, that's also fine. But I think that's probably. I mean, there's people with sloth avatars and stuff having a good old time. So I don't know if that's necessarily a deal breaker. Or I'd say I tracker up in the corner. If you wish to steal a great idea, oh Benito, how you doing? How you doing? Nah, 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 nah. I feel like tracking Santa gets rid of the magic. Santa comes and goes when he pleases. If I'm tracking him at all times with a global tracker, the joy of his arrival is no longer on the table. It's just a mechanical, like, when will the fat man arrive to give me gifts? When the fat man arrive? I feel like that's enough. That's too much. Also, yeah, I'm going to do some metallics now. Yeah, like he's like the UPS man. It's like, when will my Santa package arrive? No, no, no. Let him come when he wants to come. It's fine. It's fine. Or play video games like a true bard. That sounds fun. That's honestly, that could be pretty cozy. That could be pretty. But yeah, no, no, no. I think the correct mindset to do is like, you want to do a thing. Like you want to do a thing by being a VTuber, and then you do that. Just Azrael SCP. That, I mean, that could. I legitimately know very little about SCPs, so that might be accurate. I'm aware that SCP started on the internet as like fun little, like, expressions of being of like cool spooky phenomenon, and then turned into like a very intricate subculture. Also, Poninator, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How you doing? Something like that. There we go. Sure, there's a Santa one. There probably is. I do remember. Oh God, when did I don't remember when I read this, but I do remember a long time ago seeing someone stat out Santa and vampire. Someone was basically like, "All right, if Santa was a vampire, what stats would he need to be able to successfully deliver gifts everywhere?" And I forget the exact things that went into it, but basically you have to do a lot of celerity. You have to use celerity in order to do the full Santa experience so you could deliver the presents in time. It's possible. I think you still have to be a pretty high generation vampire to do so. We're following here in Japan, so some games. Oh yeah, it's oh, that's pretty neat. It's actually kind of like crossover to Japan too. Yeah, there's a bunch of games over here as well. Ranging from tabletop RPGs to like a lot of Steam games and stuff like that. Also, I love Bible. How you doing? Merry Chrysler to you too, yo. And a Hyundai New Year? I don't know. The anti-saving JFK squad. Stop time travelers. Oh, I love shit like that. I love there's I don't know. I like dumb time travel shit like that, where it's like if you think about time travel too hard, you get into a bunch of weird stuff. There is a tabletop role-playing game called Continuum: Adventures in the Yet. I would not recommend playing it because it is, imagine, like, when you think of a time traveling RPG, it's like, what are you going to do? You're going to go back in time. You're probably going to punch Hitler because he's also trying to do shit back in time. You're gonna go see a Viking, maybe go ride a T-Rex. Continuum is like, what if you did like autistic bookkeeping about time travel? And if at any point you have too much fun with time traveling, there's going to be a bunch of gotchas that say no. For instance, you go back in time to punch Hitler. Well, everybody who's ever gotten time travel powers has gone back in time to punch Hitler. Hitler was never real. Hitler has to be replaced by an actor who's pretending to be Hitler so that the time stream can continue. Do you try to go too far back in time? If you have any amount of paradox, you begin to evaporate out of reality. And that continues onward and onward and onward. It's like, man, it is no fun allowed. It is no fun allowed whatsoever. So, like, on small doses, it's kind of neat. There are very fun ideas in that book for time combat. Like it does the Bill and Ted thing where you like reach out and grab a gun that you gave yourself in the future, but you have to make sure to go back in time and give yourself the gun so you don't get super paradox. Um, but it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. Mm. So because the time travel is infected. Honestly, considering that JFK was in immense pain because of his injuries, apparently he had a wound that would never heal. I feel like he would jump at the chance to be a werewolf. So what specifically goes into the 1,000-year vampire RPG? I've played Vampire the Masquerade before. I've ran that. I don't know if there's other vampire games, but I just don't know about that one in particular. So I have to assure you that as fun as the idea of Continuum sounds, it is not nearly as fun as you would think, which is the bummer, which is the biggest bummer about Continuum, is that it is not a fun time travel RPG, and then you really, really want it basically all the things you would want to do in a time travel RPG, Continuum was like, no. No, thank you. You're not allowed. It's cool. It's just why is everyone punching me? No. But let's see where we're going. That we play Vampire Over the Ages. I have not played that. I know that there's a lot of these kind of like single player journally RPGs. And I don't know. Some of them seem neat. I think I've been soured to the concept because like in the past, I have bought some RPG bundles. Like every now and then, itch.io would be like, there's a big social political event. In order to raise funds, we are going to be releasing these gigantic tabletop RPG bundles. And usually what that really means is that one or two of the games that are in that bundle are like games anyone would recognize. And then everything else is filled with like shit from game jams. And a lot of those are just kind of very loosey-goosey journaling single-player RPGs. And I'm sure those can be good, but I've been wading through, yeah, exactly, filler, exactly what Dual Guess is saying. The last one I got, I think the only game I could really particularly recognize was Thirsty Sword Lesbians, and that was fine. I am not the target audience for Thirsty Sword Lesbians, so like that game does nothing for me. But it's at least a game that arguably has been on a shelf at some point. And then there's just like thousands of like, Florpo does golf. You and your friends are Florpo, and they're going to do golf. In order to do golf, roll a d6, and then move your Florpo token on our Florpo token board. And then when you move all the way around the board, you clap your hands and go, we did it! Yay! Florpo did golf! Like, it's like that kind of thing. It's, and like the idea of a game jam game is fine. The idea that you had 48 hours to make an RPG and you did Florpo Plays Golf as your game, totally okay. I get it. I understand. However, when even a penny of my purchase goes into buying that, I'm like, huh. Like, I need to iterate. One of the games from the bundle I got was about being a bird, and it was entirely just filling out a Mad Lib about being a bird and enjoying eating worms. And once more, I understand it's probably for a game jam or some guy's little project. And if you want to put that in the bundle to like help with the cause you believe in, I get that. But man, those are literally nothing. The game, they are cotton candy without flavor. They dissolve instantly if you look at them. Maybe I don't know the true joys of making Florpo Plays Golf. Maybe I don't know the sublime feeling. I have done one game jam game over the course of my life. It was a 48-hour regular game jam. I did a dwarf dating sim, which was kind of fun. But I didn't get super far in it because I wasn't using any frameworks. I basically attempted to make a dating sim engine in Unity. And that was not good. That was not the correct choice. But it was a fun experience. So I get the idea of participating in a jam. I just don't think I could ever charge anyone money, even indirectly, for something like that. So I don't know. Okay, if it's actually like a not that like everything that's published in the tabletop realm is worth it, is like a just a fucking certified valuable thing, but if it's like there's at least some quality control then. Yeah, do you flavor? Well, okay. What I mean by that when I say unflavored cotton candy, um, if you've ever had cotton candy tastes good, but you know how it just goes like zoop, like all those like pictures of like poor raccoons getting gifted cotton candy, and the raccoon urges to wash everything in a river because you were a dirt creature and you're used to eating dirt food, so you like your food not to be filled with sand, so you rinse it off, and then the raccoon rinses off the raccoon rinses off the cotton candy, it dissolves, and the poor raccoon's brain has no concept of cotton candy. It's like that, but for an RPG, where it's like you put it in your mouth, it tastes like nothing, and it immediately goes away. It just fades. It just fades. There's no there was a outline of substance there. Eating horror. I mean, unfortunately, I actually don't know if you could make unflavored cotton candy in reality, because sugar is the primary component. If you could, I would love this. I would love to try. I would love to put cotton candy in my mouth and then feel nothing. Well, the thing is, even cotton, not that's not cotton candy. Cotton has something to it. Cotton will remain afterwards. How you doing, Chieftain? I'm explaining flavorless cotton candy as a metaphor, and it was maybe a mistake. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. It can't not have flavor. Exactly. Get this. I'm fully under the belief that I will not get this boy finished, or even these boys anywhere close to finished tonight. But I was like, you know what? That's fine. I mean, I still would argue sweet is a taste, but I mean unflavored. I guess you could just have cotton candy that's just sugar, and just consider that like unflavored. Or how it's like unsweetened tea is still like tea, something like that. I don't know. I'm not a big tea guy, because so the whole sweet versus unsweetened tea thing is kind of lost on me, because I don't really pick sides. And that delicious cotton. Yeah, exactly. The cotton will remain at the end, to some degree. Yeah. But yeah. Anyway, a lot of those Game Jam games are nothing. It was kind of fun to read on stream though, because you got some a bunch of weird shit. I've had flavored cotton candy where it's like it's the kind of flavor when you say what flavor is that cotton candy, and I say blue, you have to take my word for it. Where it's like it's not what you would call a specific, like, yes, apple cotton candy. I mean, yeah, it is like the flavor is blue or the flavor is pink. Exactly. What does blue and pink taste like? Blue and pink. I cannot elaborate further. I cannot elaborate further. It is that is the only concept of flavor we're going with. Let's say getting this guy with the chains has already kind of made him look pretty spicy, so pretty happy about this. A little. What's up, Pick? How you doing? Merry Christmas to you too. Hell yeah. How you doing? I did like a shitty sponging technique, which I don't. I feel like every time I sponge a mini, because I see it online as like, try sponging, my dude. I do it, and I'm like, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling the sponging. Grape soda, yeah, grape soda is arguably not grape. It's purple. Well, I think it's like technically grape soda is based on like what, like Concord grapes. It's in the same way that if you've ever had banana candy and you're like, this doesn't taste like bananas, it's because that banana is, I believe, the Cavendish banana, which is what the banana flavoring is based on, is extinct. Like all what's it called? All banana candies are, most banana candies are based on a variety of banana that no longer exists in this world, which is funny because I don't know when that kind of banana became extinct, but that has to be, it is people imitating a people imitating a people. I'm sorry, people imitating a flavor. Like nobody has ever. It's effectively a copy of a copy of a copy. I think at this point even it has to be like the the Cavendish flavor is now totally different from what the banana would have ever tasted like, but no one will really know because that's all we really know. A soda called green. I mean, no, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. I like to lick the TV, get that extra static. Tasty, tasty, tasty static. Oh. Bread to be. Oh yeah, no. All of them like. By the way, everybody, if you want a real treat, look at corn. Like look at maize. Like look at maize and be like, what is like what corn turned into? Like what corn? Sorry, what turned in? What was the predecessor to corn? Also, hello, Doc. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. And how is Party Place? Ah ha 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 ha. Honestly, to be fair though, I do have a lot of Christmas elf tendencies. I am a little workshop elf that paints little toys. The irony of that is not lost on me. Gentlemen, behold corn. God, I love Aqua Teen. But yeah, if you're like, isn't that funny that Hal is an elf that that paints toys? I don't want to be a dentist though, so that's I'm not getting the Rudolph movie thing going on. Got Blightlord Terminators. Nice, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Mr. is good luck with the sponging if you do it some more. Hell yeah. I don't know if I'll sponge some more, but at the very least, I got a layer of purple that I can work with, so I'm not feeling too bad. Also, hi, Drago. How you doing as well? How you doing? Oh yeah, no, wild carrot. All plants are fucked. We've basically, all plants are hideous mutants that we have produced because you want to get the maximum plant with the minimum amount of plant, if that makes any sense. Like when you want a strawberry, you don't want a berry. You want a lump the size of your fist that you could put on a shortcake. Not fist. I know strawberries are like yay big. I'm just saying. The urge to min-max plants has created some fucking monsters. And I'm not ranting that we should go back. Like there should be like, oh no, we have to go back to tiny plants. That's just the reality we live in. It is the nature of civilization to take a thing from nature and then you make a more efficient version of it, as we've been doing with like the dog. Dogs aren't fucking natural. Look at wolves and then look at dogs. And I don't even mean the especially fucked up dogs like Dalmatians or pugs or whatever. I mean just like a dog. Just look at a dog and compare it to like what's out there. Okay, let's go. Can I get around that? Yeah, there we go. Some of the dogs I do agree we need to go back to. Like, all these dogs that have been bred that just basically live a life of constant pain, I'm not super jazzed about. Oh, sorry, I realized I have to go back. Olds kinda. I guess I just go like, what are... Luckily the Terminators don't have like the huge fucking like power packs with the danglies. Kind of just blorpo some metal in there and call it. There we go. Want to be able to grow pumpkin. I mean, you can kind of get there. I remember when I went to Florida, I've been to Florida once when I was like 8 or 10, and I remember seeing a lemon that was unironically no shit like that big, like huge, a fucking huge ass lemon. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Because nobody told me lemons could get that big. When I would watch TV and shit, nobody was like, oh hey, be prepared. It's possible to have absolutely monster lemons. I just saw them, and they weren't like they were on a tree, just in someone's yard. And I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, no, there's just a lot of dogs with fucked up breeding problems. Because it's either cute or like you give them lots of folds. That way, if you were doing dog fights, your dog would get bit in the face and be like, aha, you've only caught my fat. Time to die, huh? I don't know why I'm doing that voice for the dog, but, you know, whatever. It do be like that. Oh, this guy's got a little, he's got a little, nurgling in his guts. That's fun. Oh yeah, no, a lot of dogs still used to be cute. I'm a PPG. And I was given the lemon for free. I was not a lemon stealing whore, in case any of you might feel like accusing me of such treachery. A rat's on a white was named Jack Black. I would believe it. I would also believe if it was actually, what's it called? If it was actually called Jack, if it was actually like Jack Black, the Jack Black. Also, oh, Mittens, how you doing? I about said Happy Halloween, and that wasn't even like a bit. That just almost escaped my mouth. Merry Christmas, though. How you doing? How you doing? Another green-haired person in chat. There's a lot of people agree with that. Sure, might be right. Oh yeah, by the way, the thing is, I'm not even one of those goth people that are like, Christmas, I hate it. I hate Christmas. Halloween is a true holiday. I, as somebody who's identified for as like a cheerful goth for years, I love Christmas. I love the holidays. I don't care. I don't care if it's commercial as shit. I don't care if it's just like made to siphon money from rubes. I could not give a fuck. I like carols. I like snow. I like winter. I like having a hot cup of chocolate when I look outside and I see all the decorations and the trees and the presents and whatnot. I can understand working retail would fuck that up. I would get that if you're like, I worked retail and I wish Christmas a very painful testicular torsion. I would understand that. I have not done that. I have not done that. I've worked shit jobs before, but I've not worked retail. So I'm pure. A successful convention. Ooh, fuck yeah. Definitely take it easy though. Definitely take it easy because conventions are fucking rough. Hell yeah. Congrats on the convention. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Sexy. Oh, that's true. Yeah, you get the honestly, the one thing that like if we're going for spicy stuff that I'm thankful for Christmas. Uh, the pictures of or like people who are only wearing ribbons is one of the best things ever. So honestly, like, mwah, good fucking shit. Also, hello, Sugoi. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Do it for I believe in you. How far are you on your night lords? I believe. Follow your heart. I believe. Get a little bit more of this paint on there. Uh, I'm not wearing fishnets right now. I'm wearing comfy pants, as I always wear comfy pants. That's no suck. How you doing? How you doing? Look, I'll prove my comfort. Hold on. Wee! Look at my comfy pants. I got comfy pants. Hell yeah. There we go. Oh, you don't need to send me though. I can find shit on my own. First, I don't wear fishnets. No, it's fine. It's fine. Those are probably honestly pretty uncomfortable to wear because I have to imagine they bunch up on the skin in a way. Stardust Warrior, fuse to let his son win. I vaguely aware that he's like a somebody, but I cannot remember exactly what he's up to these days. My characters. Oh, okay, so you're just okay. That's not too bad then. That's a very reasonable goal. I still technically have a New Year's goal of what's it called? I have a New Year's goal of finishing my Chaos Knight, 2,000 points in Chaos Knights before the new year. I am not that far. If I dedicate next week to finishing that, and unfortunately because it's like not really well suited to filming, just because the proportions are fucked and it makes my camera blurry. I'll probably I'll just have to sit down and do it off stream, but otherwise it's relatively good. Are they really comfy? Maybe. I've never worn fishnets, so I would not know. I would not know. I did flip. I do flip sometimes. Oh yeah, and I've had Paddle Hell for a while. I don't bust him out nearly enough though. I don't let the beast. I don't unleash the beast very often. Or fishnets over stockings. But then you kind of ruin the benefits of stockings though. Like it's kind of like there's that new what's it called? There's that new like meme outfit where it's like a virgin killer sweater and like a traditional series of like bikini underwear and stuff like that. And it's like it's missing the benefits of both, arguably. It's a nice thing about the virgin killer sweater is it's the comfort of the sweater, but you get a little bit more spice in the back. When you keep pushing it too much, you're no longer leaving gaps for the brain to kind of like fill in. You're just letting it all hang out, and the mystique is gone. Yeah, and it's not that there aren't like good pictures that are made using that outfit, but I do think the outfit itself is weaker than the sum of its parts. Like bikini lingerie setup, nice. Virgin Killer setup sweater, mwah, perfect, excellent. Put them together, no, too much, too much, too much. You're combining too many things. Too many things. You're losing the spirit behind both. Comfortable, but they just scratch the word itch for me. I mean, if everybody's got their own like likes and dislikes, if they feel comfortable, and you fucking go nuts. Hell yeah, follow your dreams. All right, let's see how we looking on the lads. How are we looking on? We've done the thing where I've put 2 colors of paint on there. So we're doing good. I do think at the very least the brown undercoat's good because that means if there's little gaps, they're just kind of like rust shaded, which I'm enjoying. Virgin Killer but chainmail. That actually sounds excellent. Someone should totally do that. I got a little glitchy because I'm taking a big heckin' drink. Oh. I knocked something over. I don't quite know what it is, but I definitely knocked something over. I'll deal with that later. That's a future help problem. I can also make this little knee spike, the metallic as well. Oh, that's way too thick. Oh, it's way too thick. But yeah, I guess you could do like chainmail, like open back chainmail. That could be nice. That could be fun. Let's get you, little buddy. All right, what color do I want to do now? The goal tonight is just to get reasonably far with these. I could also just keep fighting like, I don't know, this little bit at top that I could just be like, boop, 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 boop. These guys are also going to get oil. I have been looking a lot into enamel washes. I really want to try an enamel wash, especially for the ghouls I got coming in. And they seem very, very fun. Especially because I've been doing more research. Apparently, the big deal that I did not know, the sort of a difference between using oils and enamels. Apparently, enamels dry much quicker. Like, I could reasonably use enamels on stream. Where using oils on stream is kind of messy and it's kind of like a big deal. But they use similar components where, like, I could, in theory, if I got an enamel wash, I could, what's it called? I could still use like mineral spirits to kind of tidy it up and some other bullshit. Did the really Yujiro Hanma cosplay? I have not. No, could you link me that? Because I would like to see that. Anybody who's muscular enough to pull off a Baki cosplay is bananas, and they should be feared. Because there's a lot of cosplays you can do of tough characters, but if you are doing a Baki cosplay, you are gorilla. Because everybody is just a hideous meat monster. I just in Baki, I've gotten to the prison arc where motherfucking Che Guevara is a character. Like, I'm getting to the point where it was like, previously Baki was like, yes, these are all, like, maybe they'll drop a name of like a professional boxer or something like that in like things that boxers could do. Yeah, you can drop a link, go for it. But like it's been mostly original cast, then like Muhammad Ali's son showed up, and I'm like, okay. Holy shit. I have to assume, I was gonna say maybe there's some like very light photoshopping, but then I looked at the guy and it looks like, nah, it looks he is very muscular. Actually, no, yep. Honestly, pretty convincing. Good shit. I'll give that a like. I'll give that a like. You did a good job. I haven't got to Obama yet. I've gotten to George W. Bush though. George W. Bush has showed up multiple times in the chapters of Baki I've read so far. It is how not good. No, party. I don't think you understand. I love it. Baki is unironically good. I think it's legitimately a good manga. I have never cared for like sports / like battle shonen before. I give a fuck about the characters. Here's the thing that I value a lot when it comes to media. I really like being thrown for a loop. I do have weird taste. That's also valid. I like it when I don't necessarily know what's going on. Now, is it safe in general to assume in Baki that Baki himself is usually going to like win a fight? Yeah, that's fine. I get it. I can understand that. However, the road to that happening is insane. And it's very good. And like the also I will say, as much as I talk about the meat monster style, it does actually carry a level of menace. Where it's like you see a strong fighter in another anime, it's some anime fuckboy. You see a strong fighter in Baki, like you see Biscuit Olivia. That guy is just made of like steak with veins. But you know he's serious business because of the way he's built. And like because of that style, they could really like beat the fuck out of people. Like Baki, the secret unrealistic part of Baki is how wonderful their dentists are, because people are getting teeth popped left and right. It's wild. But no, I am completely sincere in my love of Baki. I think Baki is fucking great. He did eat a shotgun point blank. He's done it. He eats 100,000 calories a day. And that's also a thing I really like about Baki. There's no like spiritualism. There's no magic or stands or X factor. Like, yes, is Baki realistic? God, no. Fuck no. But it takes itself seriously by not saying that there's magic. Or like if there's like a mystical part of a martial art, it's entirely the mystical parts, like the mental bit or like the amount of training you have to go through. It's never like there's like a magical like Hemon force. There's 10,000 years of kung fu, yeah, but nobody's throwing like fireballs. There's people, yes, there's a guy who's a robot that has explosives built into his body. But like the fact that it still kind of has a weird veneer of like, yes, this is just reality. What are you talking about? Obviously, you could take a shotgun to the face. Why? Because I trained really hard. Because I trained really hard to lift an enormously fat woman who is my girlfriend, who I love very much. Like, the fact that that's going on is insane in the best way. I love it. I love it to pieces. I love Baki to pieces. It is unironically one of my favorite manga of all time. I'm on Baki series 3. I am hundreds of chapters into Baki. I'm hundreds of chapters into Baki. It continues to surprise me. There are moments that I'm reading in my bed, just got my tablet out, reading Baki, and I scream laugh. I scream laugh super hard. This is minor spoilers, but I need all of you. I need all of you to understand something in Baki that like will catch me off guard. This is earlier today, or maybe it was yesterday, I forget which. I was lying in bed. I was doing my routine of reading manga so I could watch a YouTube video, so I could go on the internet, so I could browse Twitter, so I could eventually get out of bed and live my day. In that context, Baki kidnaps George W. Bush. And I don't mean like the bad guy. I mean the good guy protagonist you're rooting for. Kidnaps George W. Bush. And not even like this is Ronald J. Shrub. George motherfucking W. Bush gets kidnapped by Baki. And you're like, why? Because they don't set that up at all. You're like, what the fuck did you do that for? I was scream laughing at my tablet. And the reason is because he wanted to go to a Supermax jail so we could fight Biscuit Olivia. And I'm like, holy shit. Holy shit. I mean, the thing is, Baki didn't kidnap him to do anything. He's just like, I'm kidnapping you so you can send me to jail. And Bush was like, all right, here you go. And now Baki's in jail because he wants to be in jail so he could fight Biscuit Olivia, who previously he ran into when he was out and about. I'm sure I know Hillary Clinton and Obama show up. I have not seen them yet. Supposedly, I'm at the part where the Baki I'm reading is from like 2008. I think that's the portion of Baki I'm reading right now. I think that's the time frame, but it's like, man. And that's the thing. I have not had a manga do that to me ever. I have not been on my seat in amusement of like, I don't know what's going to happen. I figured in my heart that him and Biscuit Olivia, who I've not seen them fight yet. I have to assume that fight's happening because the last panel I read, Biscuit Olivia pissed directly onto Baki, and Baki laughed at him for it. But like, I figured deep in my heart they would fight because yes, it is a shonen battle manga, but the road to getting to that point is so full of twists and turns that I am excited. I am constantly excited for what happens next chapter. I'm so ready for it. It's so good. Also true, yeah. Biscuit did that. He was literally let out of a supermax so he could kidnap serial killers. Hello, Carcon Blakes. Welcome. How you doing? How you doing? I'm espousing the greatness that is Baki. I love Baki so much. I love Baki so much. And I do not love it ironically. It is 100% real. It is a real, genuine, true spiritual love for that fucking manga. It's so good. I mean, yeah, I mean, he wanted to. I mean, they asked for him to be let out. He could leave at any time, but I do agree. Also, he does get a lot of food and stuff like that. But like it also does a really good job of making me care for side characters that I shouldn't. I shouldn't be like like Hanayama. I should not be like my boy Hanayama, fuck yeah, whenever he shows up. Because in any other manga, he would be the arc villain. But he's just like a guy now. I mean, he's a cool guy and he could beat most people's ass, but he's a dude. He's just there now. He is the ensemble cast. That's how you doing, Theo. Welcome. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, that's also very true. Like, early on in Baki, he was definitely like, I'm the main character this is gonna focus on. But the ensemble cast has gotten so huge that like there's Baki's basically 5 arcs. It's like 5 series. Series 2, Baki is barely in it. He is barely in it. Termies are going good. I have just started painting these guys today. And I am feeling honestly pretty good about them. They're kind of like ascended plague marines, so that they are the same level of like, oh god, they got so many little nubbins and grubbins and whatnot. But I feel like reasonably good where we're going. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There was also a period of time where they're basically like almost setting up like Muhammad Ali Jr. as like you should root through him because he's kind of going through a main character arc. And I'm like, once again, that's also bananas. Oh no, sorry. This guy's weapon broke, but also it broke in a way that's very good for like a sub assembly. Where it's like, yeah, he's got to have the plague flail, and then once it's all done, I'm just gonna glue it back like that, and it's still gonna hang massively off his base, but that's just what Games Workshop did with this weapon. I can't do anything about it. I can it does look like he just has like a little tiny bonk and stick though. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, enjoy your time with the family and whatnot. That sounds pretty good. Unless you don't like spending time with your family, in that case, my condolences. Some people don't, to be fair. It is convenient model jank for me because yeah, I got these boys used, and I was because like I get if I get a new model these days, it's pretty much uniformly from Squids. I very rarely go to my local store and be like, ah, yes, new Warhammer products. I would like to purchase new Warhammer product. Because I don't need to. I don't need to anymore. I can use Squids, and he does much better deals, and is also like a friendly face I recognize. However, my local store has used models though, and I do like those as a cheap as like somebody who likes to rescue them and tidy them up and whatnot. So if it's new, I'm getting it from Squids, and if it's old and crusty, I'm rescuing someone else's model. Damn those assholes. Well, hopefully, then you don't have to spend too much time with. And everybody who likes their family, I wish you a merry stay time with your family, and everyone who doesn't. So hopefully you don't have to suffer too long. Got a little, yeah, he's got some little. I usually paint the flesh like a yellow, which is why I'm doing like a brown to kind of build up layers onto it. A catch up, man. I can't talk about some. I'm working on it. I've been plowing through Baki series. You have to understand. I've not watched the anime. How far does the anime go? I am currently just reading the manga. I'll probably eventually watch the anime because I think it would be fun to see some of these fights animated. I do think that the author of Baki does a very good job of oh yeah, I also mentioned that Amy mentioned earlier too. I believe that rumors of him being the father of the lady who wrote Beastars is true. I do recall hearing that, so which is immensely funny. This guy Hold on. Guys, this guy has a tube that goes from his taint directly into his leg. And, like, I understand Nurgle's gross and whatnot, and things happen. He has a tube that lets him shit directly into his leg. For what purpose? For what purpose? I know the purpose is Nurgle, but still, Jesus Christ. Him wearing a mask. Oh, got that. Okay, I thought it was a rumor, kind of, because she was very like not wanting to get involved with it, like because she kind of wanted to do her own thing. But I okay, so I didn't know about that bit. I didn't know about that bit, but honestly, good for her. The fart step tube. Yeah, I guess it's like a pneumatic tube where it's like you just shit super hard and you get extra spring in your step. Also, Steve, have yourself a good night and a merry Christmas. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Oh yeah, these are Nurgle boys for certain. These are Nurgle boys for certain. Check out the AR manga. This way presents Baki. Ooh, there's a lot. So after Baki, like after I finish Baki, I have a lot of manga I need to read up on. I think after Baki, I might do my run into Berserk, because I'm gonna be real. I have been meaning to read Berserk for years, and I actually own like the first volume of Berserk, like the really cool black leather Berserk. Um, I just have a hard time physically reading manga on paper anymore. I love tabletop RPGs in Dead Tree format. Um, the side stories I might hold off on a little bit, maybe. I don't know. I understand there's like 8 billion Baki guidance, but there is other manga I do want to read eventually, so I might put that on hold for a week, just a wee bit, just a wee bit. Also, Okagasa, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, because the thing is, like, I feel like I would like Berserk, and because I like that kind of fucked up dark fantasy, I just never kind of made the commitment. How's Bunk? How you doing? I've seen some people. As somebody who's been trying to do more hand drill things with like the pin vices, if you can find a small enough drill, it would make a lot of shit easier. To be fair, AR's a YouTuber. Oh, okay. I do not I've never heard of that AR before, so I thought that was like another like Baki alternate kind of setup dealio. Okay, okay, gotcha. Naruhodo. Making a character. Hell yeah, nice. Sounds like a fun day. Sounds like a fun day. Because you got there's probably some that's good for that price. The one I know of, there's a Tamiya drill. There's a Tamiya drill that you actually build yourself like a Plomo kit that I heard is pretty solid. Also, I just find the fact that you literally build a drill like you would Gunpla is very amusing. It's just like a Plomo drill that you then use to drill Plomo. It's just like a never-ending loop. It's like not flesh, that's a tube. So we'll leave that tube right now. And I don't think he's got any other. This guy's not particularly fleshy. We're gonna just keep going through all the flesh. Let's do. The early days of Baki, where I thought somebody be able to hide their balls in their own stomach was like fucking wild, and now that is standard. Like if you can't protect your balls in Baki, I will say Baki does win a lot of his victories with like really strong nut kicks. Like it's kind of his thing. And I don't know if that's like an emasculation thing or if it's just because the author really likes to do that kind of like Baki, like a kick that makes him look super long. That usually does go directly into the groin. I don't know. There was definitely one part in the tournament arc where they're like, see this guy? Yeah, he's from the jungles. He likes to fuck. He's a virile animal, and then Baki just proceeds to kick him in the balls repeatedly. I'm like, is that a conscious choice you're doing? Is that a thing you're doing? Is there a message? Like, is there symbolism behind this kick, or do you just really like Baki kicking people in the nuts? Because it could be either. Generally, it seems like a lot of stuff in Baki has a purpose. Interrupting their monologue. I mean, there's a lot of times where like somebody's monologuing in Baki and someone will just straight up – someone will just kick them in the face. They also made the female slap a lethal move. And Baki, there really hasn't been a female fighter in Baki that I can really think of, actually. I cannot think of one that I actively recall. Usually women in Baki are just kind of waifs to be fought over for the most part. Oh, Block, if you're talking out of context, no, we are hard on the Baki train. We are deep. We are deep. Oh yeah, I mean Baki does a lot of slap shit. Usually like for like busting eardrums. I don't know if I would call that the female slap though. I feels like slaps are gender neutral. Can't get I've had better anime. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the like I actually did used to read and enjoy Beastars, which also maybe might be why like I'm also enjoying Baki. I think Beastars did a very similar kind of like do shit good that I like, but I did not like that hideous 3D style. I do not like that. I understand that there's like some cheaper cost saving stuff, but like I was like I don't like that. I do not like the way that looks. No, oh, I do not. And I'll just not watch some series because of that. So I never watched a Beastars anime, even though because the manga had a really good distinct style too. I will say there's something about that family that like can do a very unique looking style, but goddamn. I know very little about Berserk, but I swear from what I know that Griffith did everything wrong. Like I think that's pretty. It's like saying the Emperor did nothing wrong, where it's like, yes, he did. Yes, he did. He did everything wrong, willingly, more or less. Many mistakes were made. Yeah, but I think Baki just likes to kick people in the balls. Like I said, I think it's because he's going for that like elongated shot where he's like doing like this like weird stretch kick. I haven't watched the 97 one. Circumstances are what they go. Well, like I said, once I read all of Baki, Berserk is probably next up on the read list, and then I'll see if you guys are right or not. I'll see if you guys are right enough when I get to that point. I feel like I'm gonna get to that point. I'm gonna be like, no, he did everything wrong still. But well, like I said, we'll find out. All right, do you got any other fleshy little? Okay, this guy's like, I'm never a super big fan of like the insectile, kind of Nurgle stuff. I don't know. I'm more for the meat monster. I kind of like this guy's got these like the kind of like the insect hive like front gut, and then like the little snippy claw bits. So we'll save him for when we're doing horns and outgrowths and stuff like that. You guys got a lot of that. All right, you got a. He's just got like random tumor on his foot. This is why I like painting Nurgle things. I love the fucked up little tumors and whatnot. They're my favorite. They're so good. They are so good. I've been on very much like a loyalist Space Marine kick, but then I like going back to this guy and be like, oh yes, this is why I love painting you, you gross fucking creature. Also, Bormus, have yourself a good night and take it easy. Is there a big announcement? I'm trying to think. The biggest announcements I can recall in recent memory is that the Amazon, the Amazon show basically got greenlit. Like everyone's confirmed that that's real now because there was like a weird rumor that like somebody at Games Workshop botched that fucking deal, and I was like, on one hand, the idea of Games Workshop fucking up a multimedia project is just believable. That I wouldn't normally question it, but it also felt like one of those rumors that's spread by people who hate Warhammer and they want it to fail at every turn. Now, I'm not saying the Amazon show is necessarily going to be good, mind you. Their track record is not particularly high. But also important. Have yourself a good Christmas. Take it easy, yo. Is there if there's a 40K Fortnite crossover, that would be kind of fun, actually. That'd be neat. I would buy V-Bucks for that. I've bought V-Bucks a little bit. I've been invited to play Fortnite a couple of times with some people, and usually I just lean in and I'd get like the boomer skins and the boomer dances, and I have a grand old time. I will. There's times. That dual guesses that already exists. That 100% already exists. I am exhausted. I hate all sides of culture war nonsense. I hate it. I hate it. I don't want to deal with it anymore. I don't care. I want both people getting in that kind of internet slap fight to get launched into the sun. Please shut the fuck up. But no, those 100% are going to exist. If I believe they are exist, they're going to continue. Mostly because Rings of Power was not great, from what I understand. Which understandable. I refuse to watch Rings of Power because, like, I've seen clips. I'm good. I'm good, thank you. Do not need to experience that. I was there when Peter Griffin's the Emperor. I don't know. I don't know if Henry Cavill is gonna have that much creative potential. Like I don't know how much authority he's got. He's definitely like a good person for like PR as your like guy, but I don't know. I don't know. I trying to remember what I ended because I was like vaguely curious, but not curious enough to watch at the end of the day. I think the problem is that the bar is really, really high. So if you release a mediocre show, especially one that is like, I think they said the budget was like $1 billion. So I have to imagine that kind of led to it being like not doing super hot. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm tired. I'm tired of nerd slap fights on the internet. And it sucks because I'm still sometimes weak to them. Sometimes like I'll look at. I find that my weakness recently is like this is gonna be like not super controversial, but like people who have not updated their like mental Rolodex of Age of Sigmar, which sounds weird. Like the people that misunderstand Age of Sigmar, but they'll never actually want to update that information. Oh, hello, how's it? How you doing, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are all you nerds doing? Let me shout you the fuck out. Hello, Frankie. Hello, Zet. Hello, Shifty Fungus. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm complaining about people on the internet. And hello, that shit, Michael. How are all of you nerds doing? Have yourself a happy Christmas Eve. If you do not know me, I am Halbernot the Mimic Elf. I'm a miniature painting VTuber of the Nurglen Skaven variety. Also, hello, Total Mento Sal. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome. How you doing? Yeah, let me show you some minis I worked on recently. Yeah. Oh, also you can see, no, not my palette. Yeah, there we go. Oh. But yeah, today I am just chilling, and I am working on some Blightlord Terminators from 40K. It's been a while since I painted some gross nerdly boys. So I started these with a bit of an airbrush, kind of like zenithal brown on top of some black, and I'm layering my colors onto them. This will not be finished by tonight, but I'm getting farther. I'm applying paint to the dudes, which is making me happy. But yeah, I don't know. It's like I understand. So, but once again, going back into opinions that will like not super popular. Aegis, like you're allowed to not like Age of Sigmar. That's fine. But there's a type of person that like has like when I say wrong opinions, I mean like misinformation, where it's like they're very excited to say that something is true about it, which is not. Where it's like a faction that doesn't exist, or like they'll make up some details and then they'll beat up the straw man that's made of those details and stuff like that. Like, oh yeah, nobody dies in Age of Sigmar. It's like, no, that's not how that works. Please. But yeah, it's a lot of people have kind of like, is that to be fair, Age of Sigmar 1.0 had an awful fucking launch, and it fucked up the first impression of a lot of people. But also that the game has significantly evolved since then. It's very different now. It's very different now. And if you're upset that like that the old world was kind of put on ice, killed off, I understand that. I can totally understand that. But it's yeah. It is. There's honestly like a lot of nice shit with it though, honestly. It's also like a functioning game, even I don't think 40K can super say these days. Like Age of Sigmar is probably like the out of like I still think from what I understand, I still think Warcry is my favorite game mode to come out of. I still think Warcry is probably like my favorite game mode. My favorite game that they've released in recent memory. I do want to try the Lord of the Rings one though. Everyone who's ever played the Lord of the Rings game from G-Dubs has been like, it is phenomenal. Oh, there we go. Get that. Oh, this guy's the one with the back fat I crave. Oh, let's fucking go. Yeah, it was it was like not selling well. Also, the weirdest thing that I hear about that. So it's like the old world's coming back. So that is coming back as a specialist game, kind of a la Horus Heresy, which that's cool. I'm fine with that. But hearing people talk about being like excited for it and like, haha, Age of Sigmar is going to die, but then talk about how they're just going to proxy all of their Bretonians and whatnot. I'm like, you all kind of like know that that wasn't like, there was a reason why they thought a lot of it was not selling well. It's because people were using historicals as proxies. Like that history is repeating itself, and I don't think they understand the irony of that. I don't think those people understand the kind of ironic, like, yes, this game I want to see come back. I'm gonna do the exact same thing that led it to fail the first time. It's like, come on, please, please, for the love of God, if you like something, put your money where your mouth is. Like I'm kind of into the belief. I'm kind of onto the belief that like, oh, that like we're at the point now where it's like you gotta, if you like something, you have to support it. You have to support it. I love these new classic plays. I can only use once per fight. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be real. I like Chaos Doors. Chaos Doors were a very, very, very minor faction, and not to say that there weren't ones that got badly supported. That is definitely true. The Games Workshop Codex method is not ideal. I'm sad because that used to be like one of the cool things about War Machine back in the day was like what they would do. What they would do is like they would just release everything in one big book. And like that's, I'm not saying that like everyone like if you don't like the direction Warhammer's going, that's fine. But like I will say, if there is a thing you like that is doing a thing you like, you should support it. You should support it financially, or like with attention, or like running games or something like that. And there's a lot of people that like to bitch and they will never do anything, and thus their opinion should not be. Not that there's like having an incorrect opinion. I mean, like, there's a certain amount of like, if you just have an opinion and you do nothing to it, it's just complaining for the sake of complaining. In the games here, I probably realistically probably what they could have done is like, I don't know, do the end times but leave it on a cliffhanger and just be like, yeah, we're probably going to maybe do some support, but we're keeping this on ice. It's not like it's this world has exploded. We'll keep it like 10 minutes to midnight. I was all for Dinko. Enjoy your lurk. Enjoy your lurk. Oh, I think they did. Yeah, I think I did Chaos Doors. I think they did a good job with them as well. I'm not doing that. Well, I think I'm trying to think, because I mean, you could do the Total War games leading up to that. I'm actually curious. Have they said if they're going to do a old world game that's going like, are they ever going to bring Total Warhammer like end times? I feel like they're probably not. I don't know. It was definitely like a something they didn't want to support anymore, and was not financially sustainable to do so. And the thing is, a lot of other companies will just like, this line is done. We finished the game. This game is complete. And I don't know what you would do necessarily, where you're like, a lot of other companies, when they're like, this project has run its course, we're done with it. We're just going to leave it here for you to do what you want with it. And that's because like that's pretty common business in a lot of other fields. But I feel like in general with wargaming, that's probably looked upon less likely. But yeah, I mean, definitely Vermintide and Total War did that. But I also have to assume that Games Workshop, that was a complete fucking fluke in their eyes. That was a complete fluke in their eyes, because like prior to that, that kind of thing has not happened. What's on to Dismayer? Welcome. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? But then also from their perspective, will people buy who are buying Vermintide? Will they buy models? Some of them will, yes. But then you also the stuff with what's it called? And I'm not saying this is like, you people should not complain about this. Some of the price of the fucking Total Warhammer some of the price complaining about Total Warhammer expansions, which is fair. Those are valid complaints, but also it's like, man, the idea of catering to people that do not like the idea of a $20 DLC, they're gonna be fucking shocked when they see a unit of infantry for like $60. That's not gonna go over well. That'll not go over well. But yeah. But then Games Workshop fucked up a lot, which led to a lot of things. It was just bad. a lot of things kind of culminating together into a not ideal situation. This world's given. Oh yeah, no, I can agree with that. I'm just saying once again, trying to like bootstrap that back into a revival of the setting as a war game is going to be kind of tricky. But the idea of keeping it as like a locked in piece of time where you could still do like what's it called? Like RPGs, like the Cubicle, yeah, Warhammer Fantasy's dead. The Cubicle 7 guys are doing a good Warhammer Fantasy 4th edition. And like the setting being dead's not like a big issue for that. So it's like I think the method of killing Warhammer 4th Fantasy they fucked up. But I think putting it on like putting it on ice is probably overall wasn't a bad thing for it in the long run. I think so. I don't know. That's gamer opinions. Yeah, but once again, if you like Warhammer Fantasy and you want to see it survive, again, you should definitely do that. Let me cross my legs. So I'm kind of more into supporting more like indie war games more than anything these days, though. I do like seeing that the people that are doing smaller scale stuff like Osprey kind of books and Turnip and Sludge and whatnot. I like seeing them. I like seeing them get that kind of love and attention these days, which is we're definitely in an era where an indie war game could survive a lot easier than it used to be, which I am very happy for. All right, bud, what the fuck are we gonna do now? We are going to do, what do we got going on? We got fabric. I think horns is probably the next big step because we got like chitin dude and whatnot. Well, the old world's like a prequel thing, if I remember right. So maybe it'll carry over. Probably not. But who knows? All right, I need a dark. I need like a brown that's dark, but not too chocolate. There we go. I like chocolate mahogany. I guess if I do like a chocolate base for the stuff, we'll do it that way. We'll do it that way. I'm debating whether I want to turn off my heater because I know as soon as I do, it's gonna get cold. But I'm also I'm sweating in the middle of winter, which is not right. That's not a correct thing to do. All right, fuck it. Hold on. Ah, honestly though, the thing I am honestly super stoked for is I believe next year is when Trench Crusade gets a proper release when it becomes real, and I am excited for that. I am so fucking excited for Trench Crusade. For people who do not know, Trench Crusade, it's like what's it called? Yeah, it says what temperature is it is wrong. No, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. We'll do it in justice. Maybe they will. I don't know. Say Cooper and gang were too busy killing rats to notice the world ended. Somewhere they're out there still fighting rats to this day. Want magic ninjas? I think everybody does. It doesn't really matter what the media. I feel like everybody wants magic ninjas. I do. But no, I don't think there's magic ninjas in Trench Crusade. Trench Crusade is like effectively kind of like trying to do like World War One aesthetics in hell. Or if I forget exactly what the lore of that is, it's like straight up like one of those like Earth is fucked, humanity has moved into hell, and it's kind of like continuously fighting against the forces of hell within hell. And I got some of the models for that coming in at some point. I did the original Kickstarter before it was a game. Because there was just a while where Trench Crusade was like just like some kind of actually has the exact same way. Man, I don't think it's a Manifest Destiny thing if I remember right. The lore is kind of like unfortunately contained within like descriptions of certain images and whatnot. So tracking that down is going to be a little difficult until the book manifests. Um, I believe it's less of like, yes, we must colonize hell for expansion. And I think it's more like we Earth is fucked and we have to colonize hell. That's why we have little creatures called like Metachrists, which generate like holy blood for us and stuff like that. It's very cool though. It's very cool. And there's gonna be a lot of cool multi-part kits and whatnot. It's called Trench Crusade. Is there like a website for it these days? Okay, yeah, there is trenchcrusade.com, which probably has more info about it. There we go. During the Crusades, a heretical band of Templars dared to defy the Almighty and, casting aside their sacred vows, unleashed the forces of hell upon Earth. Over 800 years later, in the year of our Lord 1914, this brutal, merciless war between the forces of heaven and hell rage on. Oh, maybe I fucked that up then. It's more like hell piercing over to our Earth. But yeah, check that out. Azazar, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Merry Christmas to you. Oh, nice. What Space Marine, Chaos Space Marine faction you gonna paint those bad boys up as? Which one you gonna paint those bad boys up as? I am continuing to do my usual Death Guard nonsense. Black Legion, very nice, very nice. The classics, the classics. Oh, that should be a lot of fun. I surprisingly do not have Nurgle aligned just vanilla Chaos Space Marines, not that are not Death Guard, but I'm okay with that. As much as I like the idea of having like every variety of Nurgle army because I think it'd be fun, I'm kind of at the point where it's like I think I got a good saturation of models. Also, I like Fucka Flame. Welcome. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I'm painting this guy. Painting the lad. Also, too, I got this guy recently. Think about buying used models at my local shop. There was straight up like 2 Armingers for sale for like $45 for both, which is fucking wild. So I got me some new. I got me some new Armingers that will be war dogs once I like chaos them the fuck up. The reason the arms are blue tacked is because initially they were glued on, and I took a jeweler's saw. I just shredded that so I could put magnets into there stuff. They are kind of cute actually. I think it's because they got the big goofy eye and whatnot. But yeah, I'll be having some more spiky robots. Cause I'm like, oh, that would be nice. Because Chaos Knights are technically probably like my most, in terms of percentage, complete. They're my most complete army. Like once I get the big knight that I'm working on done, hopefully by the end of the year, I can roll up to a store with 2K points of fully painted Chaos Knights. Which I'm a very ADHD, so I do stuff. It really is Potinator. It really is. I was like, oh damn, oh shit, oh fuck, because I was initially just trying to see if they had any AK interactive like streaking grind because I've been kind of on like a Warhammer tutorial kick just to see if there's any like new techniques and stuff that I haven't really like super been looking at, and a lot of them have been like use streaking grime, and I was like, I'm gonna check that shit out. Some terrain kit from fuck yeah. Oh yeah, the glue would take a hot minute on that kind of stuff. Is it like MDF too? Yeah, on my side, get fucked. Get fucked. We're getting chaos up in this bitch. Well, this guy's got so many fucking spikes. Jesus Christ. Because doesn't that stuff like I've used MDF a little bit for terrain, and I know that like it absorbs a lot of like glues and paint and primer and whatnot. Like I know you got to do that. You got to do that right. I don't have a huge amount. I had some like MDF crates, and I have like some MDF like food stands. Like effectively, they're for Infinity that are like MDF like little like food stands. It's like, oh, that'd be fun. Like I don't play Infinity or even really paint Infinity at all. I wanted to get into Infinity, but I had a real shit experience with Infinity a long time ago, where I was like a bright-eyed new player to the local Infinity scene, and they proceeded to like no mercy, brutalized, destroyed my the army. The army I was told to get is like a starter force, and I was like, okay, how can I have played that better? And they're like, no, your army was just kind of fucked against them. There's not much you could have really done against the nomad hacking, and I was like, I don't really want to play your game anymore. Bye, and I did not return since. Emperor's. I feel like Emperor's Throne will show up again at one point. I mean, if they brought back World Leaders, I feel like it's only a matter of time. Yeah, which is funny because like the guy who was like the outreach tutorial man was like, okay, here you go. This is how you do it. This is how like the reactions work. This is how some abilities work, and like totally acceptable tutorial game. I learned how to play, and I was like, cool, love it. This is great. This is totally good. I get what you're going for. And then I got thrown into the deep end where I was told to get fucked, nerd. And I like even back in like the sweatiest War Machine days when it was like I was actively tournament grinding in that fucking game. Um, People would at least give the new people a little bit more courtesy than also, Unnatural, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Also, Iron Poodle 25, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. Oh, I will hydrate once I get this little horn color painted in a sec. How you doing, though? How you doing this Crimbus Eve? Oh, my patrol and kill team. Hell yeah, nice, nice, nice. I know, kill team. I keep hearing nothing but good things about, but I have not interacted with it myself. Colors and Fire Sim, it doesn't take too much time. Oh, that's not too bad then. Yeah, I don't know if Trader Guard are coming out, but I keep hearing rumors that Dark Mechanicus might be on the horizon, and that's in the same way that Age of Sigmar 4th Edition might have a Skaven model relaunch, where I'm like, oh no, that would be dangerous. That's financially dangerous to me. That's not good. What are you into, Crichton? What kind of things you into? So, hello, Tormengator. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ahoy, hoy to you too. Osho Marin desu. God damn it. The word ahoy is ruined because I think of Marin now. She's claimed the phrase ahoy compared to regular ass pirates. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm currently working on some of these boys. Also, once again, they're used. They are like glued to the base. Which is fine. I'm probably gonna use some like texture paste and rocks and nonsense. How's health typing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Ruin or enhance both. Yeah, I got some Blightlord Terminators. I was working on some. I will say the Minotaur Terminator I was working on earlier. I have been working on them off stream. They're close. I need to touch up the red in a couple of spots and like the eyes, but like otherwise they're very close to an oil wash, and then that's gonna be nice. But I was like, you know what? I have not done that in a while. I'm also dual streaming this to YouTube, and I realize if you look at my my YouTube dual stream channel, what you see, Loyalist Space Marines, Loyalist Space Marines, Loyalist Space Marines, Gingerbread Knot, Loyal Space Marines, and that's weird because that's not indicative of what I usually paint. Oh, I think this guy was alright. What of these have I actually? I did your horn. Okay. I did you. You're fine. I think I need to go. You think you? You're drying. Okay. There we go. Yeah, I did a gingerbread dreadnought, and it was not great. It fucked up. I do think legitimately Emperor's Children are going to get one. I think more than the Cult Marines, clearly there's an interest in them, and I'm gonna be real. It gives Games Workshop an excuse to sell. Like I know they just made Lorgar. Not Lorgar. No, it's not Lorgar. It's Fulgrim. Sorry. Like they did Fulgrim's model in Horus Heresy, and yeah, that's weird that they did that, honestly. But I still think eventually people like, as much as like some people don't like Primarchs being such. I'm kind of on the opinion that I like kind of Primarchs not being super focus of 40K. They sell really well, so they're going to do that. I mean, I would love if they brought in some more of the esoteric stuff. I really like the Rat Ghoul myself. The Rat Ghoul are my favorite underappreciated niche Warhammer alien faction. I love them. I love the Rat Ghoul so much. They will, yeah, they will sell 100%. It's super easy. You get to sell, not only do you get to sell, you get to sell a big $200 model kit. And they love that shit. They love that shit to pieces. It is absolute fucking candy in the brains of all of the Games Workshop like higher ups. So like I said, I think it will be win. I think it'll be win more than if for Emperor's Children getting their own codex and whatnot. They did have chainsaw arms. Yeah. Here I can show. I think I can find a Rat Ghoul. I do have a Typhus. Actually, if you go to my Instagram, you can see my Mortarion and my Typhus are on there. So build your Plague Burst Crawler. Nice, let's fucking go. I would like to get another Plague Burst Crawler and redo that. Rakghoul 40k. There we go. Because like, yeah, I mean, you can always use more Plague Burst crawlers, but also when I painted mine a long time ago, they were what's it called? This was years ago, so I was very new. There's a lot of Rakghoul pictures. I'm gonna grab this one just because it's not, I don't think it's like super indicative of them as a species. I mean, there's not that many pictures at the end of the day, which is unfortunate. There's just not that many Rakghoul stuff. That's an OnlyFans? No, I don't. You nerds would like that a lot, but I do not. I don't even know what I would sell on there. There we go. The helicopter nerdle demon. Oh, you mean like the blight drone? But yeah, look at this guy. Look at him. He's like a fucked up multi-armed lizard thing with incredibly shitty cybernetics, including a fucking chainsaw arm. They fly around on ships that are just filled with radiation. They butcher everybody inside when they board your ship, and they steal your shit. They are cruel, hideously mutated, like murder creatures, and they show up in the Rogue Trader book, if I remember right. I don't think there's a Dark Heresy profile for them, but the idea in the Rogue Trader Fantasy Flight Games RPG, they are a threat because they will just fuck up shit all day, every day in the Kronos Expanse. I love them. I love them. I would love a Rakghoul kill team, but I don't think Games Workshop likes to acknowledge a lot of. I don't remember if they were invented for the Rogue Trader RPG or not. So I need to turn on my heater again. It's immediately cold now. Fuck. I think it's like games. I think it's in the same way that like Miyamoto doesn't like to acknowledge all the extra species that Paper Mario made. Where it's like they're canon. They've never been denied being canon, but they're never going to ever be mentioned again. Like they're in that zone of like, will eventually fade out of everybody's minds, and then that's exactly what they want. Oh yeah, there was also in that same book. I was rereading that book today, so they're kind of fresh on my brain. There's like the Slizarth or something like. There's effectively a four-armed snake species that likes to use a lot of Dark Eldar weapons. Like they like straight up like the Dark Eldar are giving them fucking like the shuriken rifles and whatnot because why not? I don't know if they didn't really explain why they have them. It's more like Slith. Thank you. It's a Slith. Yeah. It's the book is like, it's kind of weird that they keep getting all these Dark Eldar weapons. We don't know what's up with that. You should investigate. You should investigate that. Yeah. I really like the idea that the Tau do not do this. But the idea of the Tau as like a coalition of alien species that together are like, humanity is eating our ass. Like we are dying. They have way more manpower than we ever do individually. If we band together, we could do something about that, and we could maybe not win, but fight on equal footing. However, the Tau were that kind of, sort of, but not really. Like, I'll fully admit that that's like, was an aspect of Tau that was kind of minor, and it just kind of faded away as things gone by. But I love the idea of an alien coalition faction. But the Tau are now sort of the pew pew shooty robot greater good faction so they don't really occupy that niche in a way that I would like. That's a Merry Christmas, Lego man. Welcome. For the Blood Pact are really cool. Yeah, I like shit like that. But I also wonder if it's just because like humanoid models sell very well, it's easier for converting, and like as much as it pains me, it's mostly hyper nerds that really like the Misk alien species, as opposed to like re-releasing another Primaris lieutenant. Because, you know, Space Marine players, listen, if they've gone 3 seconds without getting a new Primaris lieutenant model, they need a new one, everybody, or they'll die. They'll die. Listen, if they don't get a new Primaris lieutenant, they will perish. They will turn to dust. They will explode. Ashes in the wind. Nothing. Nothingness. And I will say, I don't think there's anything wrong with enjoying Tau as like the big robot faction. I just really like the idea of alien coalitions. But I don't think they're being utilized properly in 40k for that. Because I like the crew. Vespids are there too, but I think Vespids are basically like Not that they're, once again, not that they're not canon, but like they're just not talked about enough that people will just kind of forget about them, you know? Double the ribs for barbecue. Why are you grilling centaurs? Nande. So Space Marines are subscribed. They kind of are. I think as like, I mean, mind you, I paint chaos. I'm fully aware that I am also getting the Games Workshop pleasure, like preferable treatment as the #1 bad guys of the Space Marines. So it's not like I will ever be want for anything as a guy that likes to paint chaos. But I am also fully aware that like Space Marines pay the bills, if that makes any sense. Where it's like, are they going? Yeah, that's fine. I also do have a couple of Space Marines, but that's mostly because I've gotten the Leviathan box, and painting through that has kind of I've been enjoying painting a dirty gold, which has kind of led me to going down the Minotaur's rabbit hole. Ah, I don't. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going back. I don't think we're going back to that era. That era of Games Workshop is dead. It's not going to be a thing. If Games Workshop ever embraces 3D printing, it will not be a 3D printing in the way that you like. That's just how it is. That's just how it be. There are people that do 3D printing stuff that is good for the hobby. For space, like, would you like to get alternate parts? Would you like to get cool new war games with more customization options? But I legitimately don't think Games Workshop is going to change their business model and become the happy-go-lucky den of nerds that like to make terrain out of cereal boxes. We're not getting that Games Workshop ever again. So if you like that kind of mindset, I do too, but you'll have to look for people that do and then support them. Yeah, like the idea, I think that maybe they could look in. They might like it if you could get like an STL file that like you print it once and it evaporates. And I don't think that's going to be happening for a while. People have been saying that 3D printing will kill Games Workshop, and they've had forever. It's not. It will not until like 3D printing becomes so ubiquitous that they have to like kind of like realize it. But not right now. Not anytime soon, no. I mean, people have melted down sprues before as well. That's also been a thing for forever. Recasting stuff with your own sprues has been pretty popular. Oh yeah. The dreamy days of revamped Gorka Morka. They'll bring back Mordheim too. Yeah. No, that's not happening. Oh fuck. No. That's not happening. We are beyond that point. We are beyond that point. Now, there are people that do that, and you should definitely support them. And like buy the STLs that you would like to see in the world. Make sure to, as usual, share them. Kind of like if they got Patreon things, subscribe to those. Proselytize the games that they make. The people that are doing these kind of small indie, like these are games that really encourage you to like print and be creative, and it's not worry about chasing a meta. Well, I think with Mordheim, it's like Epic 40K until recently, where it was like Mordheim was too self-sustaining for them to ever really want to bring back. Like what benefit really does Games Workshop have bringing back Mordheim? And I say this as someone who really likes Mordheim. I own a physical copy of the Mordheim book. It's a very good read. It's a very nice book. They get very little out of it. They get very, very little out of bringing back Mordheim. They can maybe re-release some kits, but like at this point, it's in the community hands. People do make Mordheim-centric 3D prints. People do make YouTube channels showing you how to make Mordheim terrain out of like plastic card and recycled wood. And like, there was a guy that I saw who would make Mordheim terrain for the doors. He would actually use Lego pieces. He would use Lego door frames to make door frames for his Mordheim boards, and they were very nice looking, actually. But as a corporation, it benefits Games Workshop very, very little to do that. Yeah. I mean, it's okay if we listen. If no other VTuber is gonna let you bitch about Mordheim today anyway. I don't know. I know There are Warhammer VTubers, and they've been growing, but it's you're not gonna get a chance like this very often. So fucking go for it. Oh, Mr. Personality, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm technically one. Hell yeah, there we go then. The more the merrier. Let's fucking go. I want a good Blood Bowl game. Don't those exist? I mean, I liked Blood Bowl 2 was fine. I did not have that many technical issues with it. Maybe it's because I played it like much later on after its life. Oh yeah, it was my centaur form was Clyde. Yeah, yeah. Do I have booze in my house? I am out of I'm out of Jaeger, unfortunately. I do have like I was gifted some like a boozy hot chocolate thing, I guess. Where it's like this is a hot chocolate kit, and here's a little thing of booze to go with it. I've heard the Mordheim computer game version is kind of janky. I don't know if that's true or not. To be fair, I am lacking in the Uncle Juice for certain. All right, let's get the cloaks. I usually do my cloaks as like skin colored. It's kind of fun. Let's get that. Let's get that shaken. But yeah, I don't know. It's. I think assuming that Games Workshop will go back to a utopia status of the way it used to be, it's just no longer a thing because those people now exist that are doing that kind of stuff as like content creators or people who are working on indie war games, or yeah, not even indie necessarily, smaller war games. Then, uh, Jaeger tastes like a bunch of herbs that burn. I think herbs that burn is a good way to describe Jaeger. I enjoy it personally, but I'm also notably have weird taste and shit, so maybe I'm not the person to trust on whether you should try it. I'm not gonna like go to bat for Jaeger like some VTubers do for their drinks of choice, but I like it myself, and I'm okay with liking it, I guess. I'm fine. Try gun. I will try one singular gun. Had to be range. From what I understand though, funnily enough, Flaming, apparently Skaven slingers have been a broken Mordheim strat like forever. To the point where some groups basically like they do house rules, because if not, a bunch of silly little rat man with funky little stones will fucking obliterate everyone. It's considered a cheese strat. Huh? Oh, Jin. Okay, I don't remember if I've ever actually had Jin or not. Hey, my dude, have you ever considered gun? See, I thought you were doing a little bit. I thought you were doing like a little bit. Cheese. Are we doing like a fucking like Oblivion like Sheogorath? I played a bunch of Oblivion. I actually never played the Shivering Isles DLC. It was just harder to have DLC at that time. Like I was just getting a access to the internet when the DLC was out was just not super feasible for me. And I guess I never played on PC since then. Oh, the cheese strat. Oh, I see what you mean. Oh, god damn, I didn't even catch that. Fuck, I'm an idiot. Yeah, I mean, it's just because like Mordheim was a game that the idea was more on getting the theming and mood down than like everything being absolutely balanced. I have to assume they tried some level of balance, but now in the hindsight of the future, and you got like community books and stuff like that, and like you can be warned of that strat, so that can be at least that can be dealt with. Yeah. I think in general, range weapons and that are very good, just because like it's the usual like action economy. Every turn you spend not doing an action in a lot of war games is bad and wasted. So like technically, if you're always firing a ranged weapon, you're always attacking, and the more attacking, the more dice you're rolling. The more dice you're rolling, the more killing you are. The more you kill, the more you level up. The more you level up, the more attacks you can make. And the better attacks you can make, the more damage you'll deal, and the more damage, etc., etc., etc. It can loop pretty quickly. Yeah, the more you eat, the more you toot. The more you toot, the more weird stone you'll collect. Yeah, exactly. I guess if you're playing the Children of the Possessed, I think that's the Chaos faction name, something of the Possessed, Cult of the Possessed, something like that. Something like that. Ashore supported. Yeah, there wasn't a lot of Mordheim support, was there? Was I can't remember if there's ever been a second book. Like, I know there was, like, models you could get. I know a lot of it was, like, converting existing models, but I know there was, like, a couple of, like, Mordheim-specific models, especially, like, those, like, weird Carney Chaos ones, which I would like. Well, I was not planning on streaming. Maybe I might maybe watch some movies in the Discord. Um, Maybe not anything Christmas related, just watching some shit. I don't know. I kind of want to really watch all the Ava rebuilds, if that makes any sense. Which are not necessarily Christmas movies by any means, but I've been meaning to do a proper Ava rebuild watch at some point. I gotta get into the back folds of this bullshit. Unofficial expansion. Oh yeah, that was like the era of like White Dwarf rule. That's true. Yeah, I guess that would make sense where they would put that kind of stuff. White Dwarf would make total sense to be like, oh yeah, let's expand that. But yeah, I don't have any real Christmas plans to stream. If I'm kind of of the opinion, I guess, like, if some of you really, if there's a desire, if there is an absolute strong desire for me to stream tomorrow, I absolutely can. But I feel like a lot of people will be busy, so I don't know. That count? That is a thing. I mean, this is not aimed at anyone in particular. If as you, my loyal viewers, if you would like me to stream on Christmas, I'm not doing anything else. Like I said, I'm chilling. I'm big chilling this holiday instead of going anywhere to visit any family or anything. So I could do something. I mean, that's not too surprising, Dual Gusta. There's always, like, what's it called? What the pilots? Oh yeah, that's true. It's, I guess you can say the Ava's rebuilds are a good Christmas movie. Sure, why not? I feel like movies would be kind of nice because then you can just kind of pop in and out and be chill and like it doesn't matter. And with the rebuild movies, if you've seen the original series, you basically got one and two. I have not watched Ava Rebuild 3 since college, and I've yet to watch Ava Rebuild 4 because that came out recently-ish, which I probably at this point it's probably like 2 years, and I'm just losing track of when shit happens. But yeah, the idea of somebody making like a 1,000-page game based off some note bullshit's not that surprising. I still think of a long time ago, back when I was like a 3.5 player, a friend of mine was like, "Can we use this Naruto rulebook?" And that motherfucker was 800 pages. It was a 800-page D&D 3.5 Naruto rulebook setup, and it was a lot. Luckily, he's like, "I don't want to use everything from this. I just want to be a puppet man. I just want to be the puppet man." And the puppet man class in that was like relatively like well constrained. There's like, what do you get? You get all the puppet jutsus. There we go. Bring back some of the old fun rules. I'm legitimately saying I'm gonna be real firm. Never expect any of the old style of Games Workshop to come back. That's gone. That dream is dead. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news. That's never going to happen again. I very much don't believe that will ever happen again. I think if you want that, you should go back. I mean, there are communities for playing older editions. So like there is like the Old Hammer, Grog Hammer communities do exist, and you could probably get games of it on Discord servers for those. But I don't think that kind of mindset's ever coming back. Or if there's random rules, it's gonna be relatively. It'll be like Skaven stuff where like, yeah, you might explode for some mortal wounds, but it's not gonna be. If you're wanting exact old rules coming back, it's just not gonna happen. But they stuck the landing, really. That is interesting. That's good to hear because I don't know. I like Ava as a concept, and I did enjoy the series when I watched it. So hearing that more Ava is at least pretty solid. I'm not like the hugest fanboy ever, but like I generally enjoy it. Also, once again, mass produce Ava, my beloved, as far as designs go. Unless we can count anima designs. I fucking love Wolfpack from Anima, but I know Evangelion Anima is a bunch of horseshit nonsense, goofy time stuff. It is a very, very silly thing. Oh yeah, they've always done like weird sex magic stuff. I'm still a little sad that I wasn't able to buy the copy of the Book of Erotic Fantasy from my local shop. It was at my local shop for a short period of time. It was $180, and that was during the time where I was very low on money because of my model. So I didn't have frivolous money because I had to save it for the model upgrade. And then somebody bought it. So somebody out there in my local area has the copy of the Book of Erotic Fantasy that I wish I could have owned. Maybe someday I'll own a physical. I do like collecting tabletop RPG books, even especially, maybe not especially 3.5, but I do have a lot of nostalgia for that era, even if I think a lot of gameplay mistakes that we are still suffering for were kind of rooted in that era. Where there was a lot of lessons that were not learned or learned incorrectly. Um, but there was also some neat shit, and I like the neat shit. Mistakes like, oh boy, um, having the fucking rotten foundation that was the core book when it comes to martial classes and casters, the whole entire fucking thing about infinitely trying to sell expansion books, which now is kind of very funny because when we look at D&D 5th edition, and that's not really expansion book series now. That's used to be how they used to make money, was just like, hey, would you like to sail? Buy the sailing book, fucker. And sometimes you would get cool sailing book options, but sometimes you would have to buy feats that would let you do things you could do. So there's a design, there's like an element of feat design for 3.5 is really guilty of. Let's say, and Pathfinder, I think 2e still suffers from this. Let's say you wanted to do a thing, like, I don't know, let's say you wanted to trip a guy. The act of tripping a guy in fantasy is not that weird. It shouldn't be that complicated. However, in D&D 3.5, if you want to trip a guy and you weren't trained in trip, you would be a fucking dumb moron idiot to attempt to trip 90% of the time if you did not have the trip feats. And even then, some of the trip feats were inferior to just attack. Some of those feats were inferior just to attacking. You also had the whole, like, what's it called? You also had the, what's it called? You also had the whole, like, ivory tower design where some feats were meant to be better than others, so that way people's neurons would activate because they learned system real good. I'm not a big fan of that. I feel like if there's an option in your book, they should be, the balance will never 100% be there, but the idea of putting in shit to trip up new players is incredibly stupid. I do not like that. I'm glad we've moved away from that. I hate that. I hate deliberate system mastery. And I don't mind it, like, if you learn a system, you know, like, what's generally better, or, like, what kinds of stuff can let you do some goofy horseshit. I'm okay with that. I know Book of Erotic Fantasy lets you do that. I also know the Black Tokyo was the one that lets you make your penis a weapon that was barbed and would impregnate people when you hit them with it. But Black Tokyo is a mistake, and nobody should ever read Black Tokyo. Nobody should ever read that. Oh yeah, the fucking toughness feat, yeah. Where it's like, so where you go in the book, for context for people who don't know. What's it called? Toughness is like a feat that's advertised like, hey, I'm a new player. I'm playing a wizard. What should I take? Oh, you should take toughness so you have more health and you don't die. Wrong. You got tricked. You got tricked. 3 hit points will generally not make you survive. You know what you should have taken? Improved initiative, you big dum-dum. So that way you could go first and then hit things with fireballs. And then you don't have to, not fireballs, probably more like glitter dust. And then you don't have to worry about it. Then you don't have to worry about that. I was like, how you doing, War Master? How you doing? Oh, fuck you. Honestly, 30-minute sisters are very good. I like the 30-minute sisters, but the 30-minute mission kits are also really, really good. Yeah, no, that's fucking dumb. Let me spin this year being a bad disruptive chatter. Fuck yeah, let's go. If we're talking about comparing Black Tokyo to Fatal, where 1 is Golden Sky Stories and 10 is Fatal, Golden Sky Stories is a very sweet RPG about being yokai and helping people out with their personal problems. It's a very cute RPG that's very rules light. I would say Black Tokyo is a 9. It is almost as fucked up as Fatal without the obvious, like, this is the racist armor. It's entirely gross from the sexual side. It's a more playable game because it uses D20 as a basis, which is like, yeah, I mean, it's like getting kicked in the leg is getting kicked in the face is better or worse than being kicked in the balls. Oh god, I I can't. I can't really. Okay, what's the best way I could describe the racist armor of Fatal? Okay, hey, think of like the worst, like most offensive stereotype for black people you can imagine. Now, imagine if when you put on armor, it was cursed. It transformed you into that racist stereotype. Fatal has that for every racial stereotype. That is how that is a thing Fatal does. Most people kind of just get to the anal circumference bit and get a giggle off. But yeah, no, that is a pretty, that's a whole series of shit in Fatal. Nah, it's worse than that. It's worse than that. It does have the slur in the name. It does have the slur in the name for the armor. Yeah, like Fatal is bad in a lot of ways. I still also I'm of the opinion that Fatal is a very boring bad RPG. And I say this as somebody who's built 2 Fatal characters on stream twice. I what's it called? Fatal is dumb. Fatal is dumb in a way that, like, once you strip up all the wacky shit, it's a very stupid, moronic take on like AD&D. But I just realized something actually. So next week, I was thinking about not playing Mass Effect on Saturday, to do like a little Zatsudan talking about like what I would like to do next year in the future and stuff like that. You know, it's a fun little thing. A lot of VTubers do that. I think I enjoyed doing that last year as well. But this hasn't happened in a while since I've been hitting one of these big milestones. I did a thing that for a while it was every 500, but I've upped the number to every 1,000 followers just because, like, I've kind of hit that threshold where every 1,000 followers I get drunk and I make a character in a bad RPG. And you know what I haven't done yet? Wraithu. I have not gotten drunk and made a Wraithu character yet. So maybe on Saturday, I combine that Zatsudan with getting drunk and making characters in Wraithu. Because Wraithu is a fun, terrible RPG where it's confusing and strange, and there's technically a picture of a penis on the cover, but it's a weird alien penis that you wouldn't know unless you've read the book. Like that kind of weird, you know? Like that kind of wildness. As opposed to Fatal, which is like, her racist armor, how far can I piss anal circumference? Wraithu is fun weird. It is fun weird. For people who don't know about Wraithu, I'll give you a preview because it's the premise is insane. So Wraithu were a series of books written by a woman named Storm Constantine that asks the question, what would Fujoshi do in a universe where you did not know Japan existed? Like the kind of woman that would be a Fujoshi, but she knows not. Imagine somebody who wants to be a Fujoshi, like who is chemically constructed in a way, and the layer of her DNA would be a Fujoshi, but she's just never learned about anime. Like if Ame got hit in the head with a club and woke up in a community surrounded by Mormons. A Fujoshi is somebody who likes to see anime boys kiss. So Storm Constantine made Wraithu. Wraithu is set in a universe where Wraithu are basically pretty boy vampires that are superior to humans in all way, but they have a hard time reproducing with each other. Women cannot become Wraithu, only men. When you're captured by Wraithu, you are poisoned by them, and if you survive the poison, you become a Bishonen pretty boy with long hair and a magical flower penis. And you can do sex magic. In fact, Wraithu have to have sex or they will die. And not only that, because imagine, once again, you are a Fujoshi, but you're affected. I don't think she was raised by Mormons, but I feel like that gives you a good concept of like the level of knowing what gay people are. So you want to see two men fuck, but you're raised by Mormons, so you don't understand what gay sex is. Don't worry, the flower penis can turn into a beautiful flower vagina. So two dudes can have weird, magical, alien, gay sex, but like still kind of like straight sex. And like that's the kind of shit that I think is fucking wild. Like that's the kind of like there's layers to that. There's layers to that. Now, like I said, this was a book series. This is a book series. I'm pretty sure the protagonist is like about like a very effeminate man who likes to brush his hair a lot, and he gets brought along to this wild society, and eventually becomes one and has the gay sex he has. The guy who wrote the book, the RPG, was not that woman. It was a dude. It was a different person. I'm pretty sure it's a dude. And they wrote a prequel RPG set a long time before the book that really doesn't have much to do with the books in terms of characters, but it does have to do with the Wraithu. And it is a long, complicated RPG where you play these weird yaoi bishonen sex vampires. And I find, like I said, I find that way more fascinating than Fatal because there's layers to it. The system's not solid from what I understand. The system, I mean, when I say the system is, I think is more comprehensible than credit to the place. When I say the system is more comprehensible than Fatal, that's once again not a high bar. That's not a high bar to cross. Fatal is a dog shit system made poorly by people who don't know game design or games that are not Dungeons and Dragons, but older versions of Dungeons and Dragons. But I find God, sorry. I find that bullshit way more interesting than Fatal. But the thing is, Fatal is a very nice benchmark for like, what is the worst RPG that like is finished and technically has a book? Fatal. Just point to Fatal, be like, there it is. There you go, buddy. Enjoy. Now, is it the most interesting? No. Is it the most fun to talk about? Not really, no. I still think World of Cinnabar is a way more fun bad RPG because it was made from a place of pureness and heart and trying to make the most kick-ass RPG that ever existed, but it was made by someone who doesn't understand games. Doesn't everyone? So whenever I've made a Fatal character, there are Excel spreadsheet character sheets for Fatal, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't done by Byron Hall and crew. I don't know if Byron Hall still does shit. I think he got laughed off the internet and is now just somewhere out there in the void. It's command. Oh, gross. Why would you do that? Command line has a place in things, but no, not for that kind of thing. No, God, no. Why would you do that? I mean, the answer, he's bad at making shit, but yeah. You probably just got like some guy who could do like really basic, like it's like, hey, you know Emacs, right? Yeah. That means you probably can do enough stuff to make a character creator. Like, I guess so. Okay. I know Emacs is not a programming language. It's a development system tool for like Unix and stuff like, or technically anything, I guess. I've mostly seen it for like developing like Unix stuff. That's a different kind of spike. All right. I have been going into rant upon rant upon rant tonight, and it feels good, honestly. Hell yeah, let's go. All right, what are the state of the lads? Let's take a look at the state of the lads. I could go ahead and begin to put another layer of the skin. I think the skin cloak could definitely use like at least one more layer. Oh no. Oh no. Circa 2003. Oh boy. Oh boy. Also, apparently, there's a pre-made Bugbear character. Yay! Excellent. But yeah, no. Anyway, TLDR. Maybe I'll buy some liquor, and on Saturday we'll talk about my plans for the next year, and then I'll get drunk and make a Wraithu character. Oh yeah, I really like my purple Death Guard. They're they are. I'm not the only one who's done that, I'm sure. The thing is, when it comes to most army color variations, there's really only so much. A lot of the uniqueness comes from kit bashing and not color choice. And I don't really kit bash with my Death Guard a huge amount. Because he's afraid of his... Awesome. Yeah, probably. Probably. I don't think anything that Byron Hall has done has been made in the image of God, though, to be fair. But yeah. Okay, I think that'll be the plan. Also, this is also like more of an excuse for me. I'm having fun with Mass Effect, but I've also been off stream doing some like side quest bullshit, and getting an additional week to wrap up those side quests would be nice. And it's like, it's not like any of the cool side quests. It's not like I'm doing like DLCs or anything with a big story. It's like, hey, go to the Citadel and give this guy a thing, or like somebody on your ship is like, hey, I need a pipe. Could you get me like a cool pipe from the Citadel? I'm like, yeah, okay, buddy. And like that, getting that kind of stuff done off stream is nice because it helps speed through the game in a satisfactory manner. So I wouldn't mind getting a little bit extra time to do that shit. But yeah, otherwise next week, I mean, I'll go over the schedule again. Like I said, I'm going to shoot maybe. I'm not going to have a formal time. If I do decide to do the Evangelion rebuild in the Discord, I'll do an alert before I do so, and then I'll probably just go into it, and it'll just be like, it's not like an event you have to show up to. It's just going to be kind of cash. Do you want to see Shinji get in the robot? Feel free to pop in. If you got family stuff going on that day, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Let's see. So, hello, Ink. Welcome. Yeah, I do a lot of Purple Death Guard. These guys are very, very early on in getting my stuff done. What are the finished one? Oh, I can go grab a boy real quick to show everyone what the end results kind of sort of look like. That's probably a good enough example. Plus, I feel like I could do better than him. It's been a while since I painted a Plague Marine thing. Oh, you're doing some Blood Bowl shit. Hell yeah. Nice. So this is just one of my random Plague Marines that I've done. Like I said, got the kind of bleeding skin for the cloaks. I got the purple armor. I think this guy could use more armor highlights. I probably should have built that up a little bit, but also he's just a Plague Marine. He looks fine. I'm okay with that. These guys might get a little bit more attention because they're like, what's it called? They're a little bit more spicy. I do think they look good though. Like, I don't think they look bad. I was like, oh, Nates, welcome. Oh, I'm glad you like it. Hell yeah. I also do the thing where I see all my models from the perspective of me continuously moving forward with my mini paintings. So sometimes I'll look at an old thing I did and be like, gross. I hate it. But that's just the nature of the beast. What are you doing, Nates? Welcome. For context, the last thing I finished painting that I'm like finished is the Minotaur Dreadnought I got in the top left. Also, I've been painting some Dominion Box Stormcast because I got alternate helmets for them, and I like the way they look with the alternate helmets. But also I forget the little rat ghoul on the screen because I was telling everyone how much I like the rat ghoul. They are my favorite kind of like miscellaneous forgotten Warhammer minor Xenos species. They do. They are done by the wonderful Saint Decent. If you've heard of her, she's done sculpts for Turnip 28. And also, she's working on the multi-part Heretic kits for Trench Crusade, which I'm like, ooh, that's a spicy meatball. I love modular kits so much, and the fact that she already does good shit, so I'm getting like multi-part good shit from a game I'm excited about. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go. My body is so ready for Trench Crusade to like become real effectively. Box sets on the minion. Yeah, that was my thought. That's kind of my thing too. I I got the Dominion box set a while ago because I thought like, I need a book for 3rd edition, and like maybe I'll do something with the Cruel Boys. Spoilers, he did nothing with the Cruel Boys. But like I've been really on this gold kick, like this old dirty gold kick, which I just use Warplock Bronze and a dry brush of gold. Uh, and it started with some like 3D prints, and it moved on over to the Stormcast, and then now I've been working on Minotaur Space Marines. So that's been a fun journey that way. Yeah, the minion box definitely didn't sell super well. I think it's just because like the faction choices were not super duper appealing. I got one on release because I had a bunch of magic cards I wanted to trade in. I opened a box of Mod Horizons 2 at the time, and I was like, I don't need these dupes, and I just traded them in for the box. And technically, I probably would have had more money overall if I just kept the cards, but whatever. But yeah, no, $100 is a spicy ass deal for those, especially for the amount of minis you get. And also, Dates Miniatures, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for the follow. I also need to get getting very, very thin. Some of these angles I might have to get real up in there. That's fine. I also did work on with Pepega. I did the collab. I still haven't oil washed her yet, but this is my Rasta. There she is. Yay! There we go. I'm gonna oil wash and then highlight, but at least right now she looks pretty good. I feel. Sometimes I'll take midis of mine that are like not done yet, and I'll be like, "Hey, I could probably just put this on the tabletop and be fine." But there's a little bit more I need to do, and that involves a delightful oil wash. So I'm excited. I'm excited with that. Advanced categories in Nova. Ooh, fuck yeah! Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Also, it must be really good to have a buddy that Oh yeah, it's definitely got the minimal standard of colors, like 100%. Also, it sounds really rad to have like someone to kind of like kind of help push you to be getting better and stuff. A lot of I'm kind of alternate where it's like I like to get really, 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 really good. Not really good. I like to get all my stuff done, and I do want to get better, but also I've this year's been the mantra of just get it fucking painted already, which has been a very driving force for a lot of shit. Oh yeah, I think I saw some Red Makers guard models. They look pretty sweet. If I remember right, they have a Heretic Guard like heavy weapons team where the guy who's supporting the main gun has had his arms cut off and has like little metal spikes put in there. And I have that on my mini factory bookmarks. I'm like, ooh, someday Trader Guard will happen, but I already have too many 3D printing projects. For example, a miniature I 3D printed recently, and it's not even a miniature at this size. Bestiarum did the what's it called? It did the Crimson Grove too. So this is one of the trees from it. I did a black prime and I did a kind of like highlight zenithal coat with like kind of a reddish, darkish, fleshy tone. Because I kind of wanted to make the tree look like it's both a tree and made of meat. So I have a lot to do on that, and that's not a super high priority. But I like it. Yeah, I love gross shit. I like having disgusting, terrible meat models. They're my favorite, which I mean, yeah, I paint Nurgle, so like nobody's surprised. Oh, you also made it to Nova too? Fuck yeah. I've never got to go to Nova. Maybe some of these days. The only like tabletop convention I've been to is Gen Con. And I've never gotten to play at Gen Con or do like a painting competition because I've been with friends and that we were more kind of like bopping around everywhere, just checking out all the booths and shit, which is fun. That's a totally fun way to experience Gen Con. But like, I haven't. It would be cool to go to like a convention where I decide to be like enter tournaments and like just play games. I have not got to do that yet. What's up, how you doing? And hello, Fagoth. Merry Christmas to both of you. It's going to be an official Merry Christmas here in about 4 minutes. Uh-oh, Meow got taken away. I'll bring it back. Don't worry. Oh, my ears will still be fucked. That's fine. There we go. Thank you for the hydrate and stretch. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. There we go. Get jolly now. No, I'll be jolly in 3 minutes. It's not Christmas yet. It's Christmas Eve. I'll have to see how much later I want to go to. Usually, Usually once it hits about midnight, I usually get off for the night. And I know on one hand, it do be Crimbus Eve for some people. So maybe it would be a good time to get off. I don't know. I'll think about it. Just finished Xmas launch. Nice. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. I live on the East Coast of the United States, so it hasn't quite hit yet, but I've been getting a lot of Merry Christmas from my Euro and Australian friends, which has been nice. It's 1 p.m. Christmas Day here. Let's fucking go. Norse Blood Bowl team, a vampire statue. Ooh. Did he put into the wrong category? Oh no! When it got put into the wrong category, did it do okay, or did it just get totally disqualified? That's gotta be a fucking boner killer though, when you put so much effort into a mini and then it gets disqualified. I've had something kind of sort of happen like that. Not disqualified really, but there was he took silver. Not bad. Okay, that's still pretty solid. That's not too bad. Could have been a lot worse. I've done really one mini painting competition I was trying to. I was trying to do the 1-page rules, like the big legendary model for the month, which was a gigantic Skaven-esque Ratman, like effectively like a Vermin Lord equivalent. And the thing is, like, I was already cutting it super close on the deadline, but I got to the deadline day and I was getting ready to turn it in. And it turns out that it had expired because while it said that this is the day, I assumed that it would be over at midnight of that day and not arbitrarily at like in the middle of the afternoon, which is a huge boner killer. I was like, "Hello, Sayo. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome." So I did not get to enter it into the tournament or the competition. I was like, man, there's an mile and then put the deer. Oh, okay. So that's not the worst. That's not the worst miss category, I guess. I'm glad he at least got something though, because that would be such a huge bummer to be like totally like getting nothing out of that. Because I know, especially if you're doing busts, those kind of things take a lot of time. I've never been like a huge bust painter myself. I have a couple of I have a couple of Kingdom Death busts, maybe like one that I haven't got around to painting just yet. I am doing good. I'm doing good. I've been big chilling. I've been working on some Death Guard boys, which are some of my favorite. Oh, he's got like a little cloth on the side too. I nearly missed that. Get that done. But yeah, it'll be officially a Merry Christmas within 1 minute of where I'm at. 1 minute till Merry Christmas! There we go. It's midnight on the East Coast. Merry Christmas, everybody. Yeah, there we go. Yay, it's Quibmas. It's a Quibmas miracle. Let's fucking go. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. All right, anyway, back to painting the weird fat boy. I don't know. I get a kick out of doing that. Nora just call off the attack. Yay! Another year of life. I love living. I love life. That's not even a bit. I do like living, and I've enjoyed my life. It's been good. It's been 2023 has been kind of a rough year in many ways, so I'm excited for things to kind of calm the fuck down in 2024. But a lot of good shit happened this year, so I don't feel too bad. I don't feel too bad overall. My COVID. Oh fuck. Hang in there, yo. Hang in there. Well, the war on Christmas is still alive. You're Dual Guesser, you are a bravest soldier fighting on the front lines against those heathen Santa disbelievers, those fiends, rapscallions. This was for the first time in so long. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I am definitely glad to hear that. But I'm glad that everyone who's not gonna have a Christmas but is feeling the Christmas now. Hell yeah. If you've not, some motherfuckers lighting fireworks where I'm at. Huh. Not a crazy amount, but like I do live in an area that like during big holidays of any sort, I'll just hear a random pop and I'll be like, why the fuck are you lighting fireworks on Thanksgiving? Like, what kind of person does that? And the answer is my neighbors. Luckily, I don't have the fear of loud booms that come with fireworks. I know some people do, and I feel bad for them because it sounds like hell. It sounds like hell when you're like when the sound of multiple explosions rocking your fucking shit just go off. Sounds like Pennsylvania. I will not say where I'm at, but I'm definitely in an area where lighting fireworks off on Christmas isn't that weird. There's an Aquaman too. I have to assume it's doing very poorly if that's also my reaction. Has it basically like everything that like why did he let Zack Snyder make things? I've heard that Rebel Moon of his was also bad. How do you keep fucking up and still getting like not that I can understand from the Star Wars perspective of fucking up 3 movies is dumb. And even episode 8 arguably was less of a fuck up and more of a kind of like soft reboot cash grab, so whatever. But how do you fuck up an entire supposedly I've heard it was a pitched Star Wars script from Zack Snyder that was not accepted by Disney, and they just said, fuck it, we're gonna do it ourselves. I don't know if that's true. I was like, oh, motherfuckers, welcome. Have yourself a good night. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. No, I think it's still knockoff Star Wars. Like, there's a big bad empire and plucky rebels and stuff like that. Like, to the point where it is, like, very strongly serial numbers. The lightning is not pitch black almost. I don't know. I don't know in Rebel. I have not seen it. I don't even desire to see it because it looks stupid. But yeah, from what I can tell, it's like, you know how like Zack Snyder stuff is like, what if superhero but edgy? Oh, you did watch it last night. Okay. So was it as bad as it looks? Because it looks terrible, and not even the fun way that I usually like. Hmm. That's all for mankind. Happy Sanguinalia to you too. Is that? I've been seeing Sanguinalia a lot recently. Hold on. Oh, okay. So that is the 40K Christmas equivalent. Okay. For some reason I've never heard of it until this year, which is baffling, honestly. But it'd be like that. Don't want to stop just yet. How about I paint some back fat? How about painting some back fat would be fun. What color do I want to use? Where's my tolerance sand? Tolerance sand. There we go. Here we go. Nope. Everything. I knocked over a brush. Excellent. So, yeah, they kind of look very similar. I guess that's a stylistic decision, but I do not like it. I would say maybe just because like I'm not in the audience for it, but I don't know who is. Happy Frieza Day, hell yeah! I the thing is like I remember seeing the Frieza saga a little bit growing up, but not a huge amount because I never had steady access to. Oh, my tower and sand is dried up. My paint is dried up. Is there any of this that's savable, salvageable? Any at all? Do I have back? I feel like tower and sand is one of those colors I might have a backup. Ah, we could use gold brown. Let's use Vallejo gold brown. I think it's close enough that I'd be okay with that. Not too bad. Friend just played a few games of Vermintide too. Fuck yeah, that sounds pretty cozy to be fair. Oh yeah, this should be fine. Golden brown should be I guess. Let me thin it the fuck down. We'll see if it makes the flesh down grift. I feel like that's not a grift that would make you a lot of money though. Yeah, I feel like that's a very poor grift, but whatever. I listen to the stream. Fuck yeah, let's go. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. I haven't played Total Warhammer 3 in a hot minute. There's a couple of video games I want to get back into settle. I've been really wanting to redo a Elden Ring run because I never finished it properly the first time. I don't think I'll stream it, but I would like to do. Is it getting a lot? Yeah, I guess technically, even though those movies suck, I guess somebody somewhere keeps buying it, or else they would stop. But who knows? Yeah. The reason I did all this brown is so I can add a little bit of yellow to it. Because I do yellow. I do the yellow purple contrast for my Nurgle stuff. But for my Death Guard, I do yellow flesh with purple armor. And I think I did this brown as kind of like a base layer. And it just kind of swoosh that over there. Yeah, doesn't that make it all look gross and fucked up and lumpy? But I want it a little bit up top. They'll probably need to later. I don't think I've ever used this brown as a base layer. This buff color. This golden brown. I got it for some of my Tyranid things, and I don't think I super liked it for them, but it looks perfect for this. You refuse to say the slurs with them? Oh god, why would you do that? Like, why? I don't. There's once again just going back to the eternal culture war I find exhausting, and I find people who get real ride or die for it to be a lot, and I don't want to deal with that. So I guess if he's catering to those kind of people, he's not gonna have a fun time. He's not gonna have a fun time. There we go. But yeah, I'm also not gonna watch Rebel Moon. I'll continue to watch bad fantasy movies. I gave myself a treat this season. Ooh, what treat did you get? What treat did you get? So I got me a couple of Christmas treats. What was it? I got me a carrying case for some magic cards, especially because I'm going to be traveling with a couple of EDH decks soon. So I got me a nicer case for that, and I also got me those Arbingers. That was kind of like my Christmas thing. Because the thing, I also just get myself a lot of shit, so like needing to justify a self-Christmas gift isn't super needed. Let's just turn up. Ooh, this turned out real good. I could just keep layering it on again if I want to be slightly brighter. Excellent. I think it's because like I really prefer the way Vallejo paints do texturing. Also, apparently Vallejo got bought out by like a big Spanish venture capital fund thing. So I don't think anything's gonna change, but I hope not anyway. Because I use a lot of Vallejo paints because they're just where I'm at. They're very solid paints. Like I can never really complain about them. So use a lot of slow mo. I actually don't know if have I seen Zach? Wait. Was he the guy that did Sucker Punch? Because I did think I saw Sucker Punch back when it was newer. I don't remember like from it. I only have a vague. Oh okay. I did see 300. I think people generally like 300. I think so anyway. I remember feeling relatively good. This is not as smooth as I would have liked. I can always go back and touch up some of the meat too if it doesn't reach like the desired like I like. I don't know. But yeah, the only thing I remember about Sucker Punch is that like it ends with everybody getting lobotomized, which is or like at least the main character get lobotomized, which is a weird choice. Usually I'm okay. Like I usually like spoiler warning stuff. I don't think anyone gives. That's one of those things that I think anybody who wanted to see Sucker Punch has seen it. It did contribute to Angry Marines though, so I will give 300 that. I will give 300 that. So I'm okay with it. I'm not saying the Frank Miller stuff. I don't know. I'm aware that Sin City is supposedly good. I have not watched it. I'm not really like a huge movie dude, if I'm gonna be honest. Though also I very much enjoy watching terrible fantasy movies. Like that's one of my favorite things ever. I do that shit all the time. I love if it's a bad fantasy movie, I am here for it. Okay, so this little bit had like a weird like peak on the side. I think overall I could probably continue to blend this. I think for like a quick and dirty, like I am trying to keep this relatively thin. And I'm overlaying the flesh with this thinned out yellow. Feeling pretty good about it. Stargate comes back. Really? I have vague good recollections of Stargate. Like it's one of those things I remember watching when I was younger, and I was like, "Hey, I remember." I think I watched like the TV series a decent amount. Like Star Wars, like SG-1, I think. I remember watching it and remembering nothing, but I do recall watching it. The movie blows. As it does it blow in a fun way? Because technically, somebody I believe uses a sword in that, which would count in like my cheesy fantasy movie list of like guy pulls out a sword and then fantasy stuff kind of happens, even if it's like sci-fi whatever. Not goofy. It's got goofy science. It's got that's science fantasy enough for me. And I'll definitely need to smooth this out a bit. I'm okay. I'm okay with the saggy back fat. You got like a drippy arm. You can get the drippy. I also did not need nearly this much yellow, especially since I'm using the yellow extra. Like I have a wet palette. I'm using it like extra thin. I did not need this much. Well, I know next time. I usually use tolerant sand, which is consistency. But using this more thinned out Vallejo browny yellow is definitely going to be probably the way I do Death Guard stuff going forward. Yay, it's a Christmas miracle. I learned a thing I want to do. I think what I will do, get just roughly get this guy fucked up little arm because his fucked up little arm will mostly show from the front. Sort of what I then. Oh yeah, I the thing is I picked up a bunch of stuff during the Black Friday sales. I think I'm mostly saturated and satisfied as far as my mini factory stuff goes. But I don't know, that might change. Maybe I'll look through my stuff later. I think with that, I think this would be a good stopping point for tonight as well, because it is well, yes, it is Christmas is also about usually the time I get off